saying that I can literally weaponize like an employee at the company by name, by the way, to fucking be a henchman and carry out my dirty work. This is like insanely bad. Like it's super, super bad. It's conflict of interest, it's conflict of everything. So yeah, I mean, I think that, I mean, I don't know what the laws over in the UK are. So that's probably why, again, it took 2 months. But if I was in the US and it was one of the states where you can just fire people for whatever reason you want, that's exactly what I would do. I would come in and tell them, shut your fucking girlfriend up or pack your shit and leave. That's it. Because there's no reason to allow this. This damages the entire company and it puts everybody at risk. Yeah. What's this here? You have grounds for removal of an employee if they present a risk to the company. You can argue that they're a risk to the company and the reputation of the company. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, most of the time, this is inside company guidelines. Yeah, exactly. At-will employment is so based. I mean,
Sex, don't turn my monitor up.
I'll say that for sure. Something similar happened in EVE Online a long time ago. I think they fired the dev for helping out a strong corporation. Is that not the most selfish thing in the world? Your boyfriend and girlfriend's weaponizing you and putting your job at risk for their own stuff? Well, what you have to understand is this person is just a, you know, like, I don't really know them.
Oh, God,
but everything that I've heard about them and read about them and everything, they just seem like a massive narcissist and, like they're completely in it for themselves, and Trident is just, like, I mean, here's a really good way to look at it. Do you think in a year she's probably going to be with Trident? Probably not. So I think that's just, but that's what he gets himself into. That's not, that's Trident's fault. Like, he should have known that going into it. If he couldn't see that, that's his fault. So yeah, I don't feel bad for him at all. But anyway, so Trident got fired. Stella is permanently fucking
Where am I getting an echo from?
And all's well that ends well. Damn. You know what you call this, guys? This is the good ending. Yep. Autoblock wins again. Classic hardcore is going viral right now. Here's why. You know why it is?
Where was I?
Because what the fuck else are you gonna do?
Oh, that's right.
Might be controversial, but I think
We gotta hunt.
right now, classic hardcore, I think I'm having more fun
This guy?
than classic release, and
Wait,
that's
this
crazy.
guy.
'Cause I love
I think it's
classic
this
release,
guy.
but hardcore brings this incredible mysteriousness to the world that classic didn't have on release. Because people spam dungeons, people were rushing, people, including myself. I'm not trying to just say like all these guys were idiots. Like everyone was rushing, man. Like everyone, like if you were level 20, like 3-4 days into classic, people would.
You're dead. You're a loser if you were level 20 after 3 days.
Be like, dude, what are you doing, moron? You know?
Yeah, true.
But like, I don't know. Hardcore brings back the.
I don't know why his steak is green.
Excitement you
why
had
he's eating it out of the
WoW
bowl
when you were 12. At least that's what it does for me. Because everywhere you go, you're checking your back, like seeing what this little gnome is gonna do. You kind of have to level up professions. You have to go to.
I'm
every
going to the
zone
right spot.
pretty
I'm pretty sure.
to do all the quests, because you can't. You don't want to get ahead of your quest level too much, or else you can die, right? It's basically the most similar thing I felt to playing WoW from when I was 12. Like, you know what I mean? More so than.
That's probably true. I mean, like, you can't use a lot of the better ideas and the better strategies for leveling and doing stuff. Hardcore makes things harder, higher stakes, etc. This is streamers trying to remain relevant while their game dies. I do think that, like, there is an element of that. But at the same time, there are people that are watching it, and it's like, classic hardcore is never going to be bigger than Valorant.
Oh, you know
okay?
what? I was messing with
It's
the
not.
Odin icon
but
abilities,
if you go and you look
but
at,
I am
let's
not
look at the WoW
a
section.
fan.
24,000 people. So we've got, this is, you know, this is Wrath. This is hardcore vanilla. I can't tell what's going on here, so this is probably retail WoW. This is classic, or so this is hardcore. This is, that's retail WoW. Guzu does hardcore. It looks like this guy's like level 5, so it's probably hardcore. That's Dragonflight. You can see a lot of these high-end streams, these streams with a lot of viewers. Let's look at the clips, 7 days. So this is retail WoW, actually.
Impulse.
Classic.
Alright, this is what I was running.
Classic.
I like this setup better.
Classic. Oh, look at it. It's all classic. It's all classic. Nobody gives a fuck about retail. Rips are more clippable moments. Yes, you're definitely right. You are 100% right that dying in hardcore is much more clippable. However, I do think that it's worth noting.
$2019. Dude, imagine dying underwater. This guy died trying to do the turtle quest. Yo, can we get an F in the chat for this guy? Oh no! He comes
Those
from.
are the kinds of people that are missing classic. You know, that guy went and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna try and do some old war. What's all these buttons? What the hell? Why am I dead? Oh my god. I'm gonna try this hardcore thing out. Go back to classic. This is just fucking good.
Damn it, this is not where he is.
From the sea?
I'm serious.
Wait, Merc Deep come. Oh! Bro!
Oh, we got tagged.
What the hell? What's the spawn time? Okay,
let me
he's
look it
over
up.
here.
Rat
Yeah,
fuck.
rat fuck. Right.
Damn.
What the hell? What? Dude, the guy says the R word. What the? What?
Okay.
Of course it's a ret pally. Of course it's the ret pally. This hunter says get destroyed, man. Oh my gosh.
Macro
Next time loser.
Yep, there you go.
Oh my gosh, dude. These guys are going in.
Am I not?
Bro. We're at level 19s out here in Darkshore, and these guys are going for the throats. Relax.
Of course, because they're fucking mad.
We're having a good time, guys.
Oh, he's down here.
Yo, I made a quick macro / tar / cast fire blast. Instantly gonna tag the next one around. All right, boys. Insta.
Back in the day, you weren't able to counterspell to tag.
Got him. Oh my gosh, I'm
What
insane.
what a stupid fucking bitch. That guy actually tried to charge, but charge doesn't allow you to tag a mob until like Warlords of Draenor or Legion. No wonder this guy's playing classic. He doesn't know shit.
Insta tagged. Oh,
He should have been over there.
Kim, get wrecked, man.
Yup.
Oh.
He's also over level 10, which means he could probably have taunt.
Oh. Create Scrying Bull.
Warrior players are stupid. Yeah, I know.
14 died in Stormwind City. What are you doing, Congo? Were you exploring the sewers or what, man? Unbelievable. What happened?
If I was a terrible person, I would make a character on the hardcore server and then spam the Onyxia questline and then taunt one of the guys all the way down to the fucking trade district and have him cleave people. The
Bro,
gator?
Congo
Yeah,
just logged in.
yeah.
Yo,
Well, no, I thought that
how did
Sewer
you die
Beast
in
is passive.
Stormwind? I'm gonna ask him, like, what happened? What happened?
Look at this guy in chat. Why are you not on retail? Why are you not on retail? You guys want to see what he says in my chat? Let me see. User. Cosmic Claw. He's never typed in my chat, but he's been following me since October 3rd, 2022.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
Never typed. My man.
He said AFK running and drowned.
Oh.
Okay, honestly, okay, like, what
That's
am I
his fault.
supposed to say? Like,
Oh, what a
he
fucking
deserved
fuck
that
up.
then. Distracted by doing household chores. Man's got to get his priorities in order, man. Hardcore comes before anything else. Well, sorry, man. I thought it would be a cool story Like he was climbing to the top of a tower or something, and then there was like a bird, and he tried to jump on the back, and like there was like a dragon, and then he like killed 1 or 2 of them, but he couldn't fend off the third. You know what I mean? And then like he went on a crazy
Alright, gotta
hike
get on
over
a
to, like
second level.
Mordor or something, and like he met some hobbits along the way, and like couldn't deliver the ring, and then like he eventually did somehow, and then like but right before he got
This is how classic players imagine themselves hitting one button, farming the same mob for 3 hours. This is how they're imagining it in their mind.
throw it in the fire, he ended up dying or something like that. But
Frostbolt.
my man went AFK doing the laundry. What's fresh air? Oh, let me show you, man. Look at this. The great outdoors.
Imagine going nuts when they can't get pre-bis? Yeah.
Oh, going outside. Oh. Isn't it brilliant? Look at that. Oh.
There's something that's very nice about classic graphics. It's very comforting. It's good.
The sunlight on the skin. Getting out in nature. You can just hear
It's
the
simple.
birds chirping. Elwyn Forest, guys. This is it. Alright, guys. I'm gonna do Dead Mines in just a minute. If you guys are just tuning in, we are about to start. I just have to quickly do this messenger quest, and we're good to go.
Does he have a timer? Oh, he doesn't.
boys.
That's too bad.
There's lines. Wait, bro, what? Does the line start here? Wait, well, Pally's been here the longest.
Should be
me, time, and then you. Yo, Chai, am I a complete dick if I snag it? Am I a complete dick if I snag it?
I don't think so,
feeling
by the way.
yes.
I think it's a dog-eat-dog world. It's a, bro, like, that shit where people were standing in line to kill a mob, man. We're going right for the throat.
Because the thing is, like, I'm entertaining, hundreds of people out in the world right now. Potentially thousands, potentially millions of people are counting on me right now to kill Van Cleef. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I might have the duty to steal this guy's quest.
He's a streamer. He deserves it. This other guy, he's just a normal poor person. Of course he deserves to take it from him. He shouldn't even have it in the first place. Yeah, he's better.
You know what I mean? I would be a dick if I didn't, I think.
True, yeah, you'd be... It's like you're either a dick to one guy or you're a dick to thousands of guys that are watching. And I do mean that because this is a fucking... Everybody plays this fucking shit as a dude.
Skip 10 if you wait your turn. Oh, yeah, I would never skip my out of line Arya. Of course I'm gonna wait in turn. I'm right here.
Please tag it.
I'm in line. I'm third
Just
in
get in
line.
front of him.
I would never
Look at that guy!
skip
That
line
guy
just
literally
cut
just
me.
cut in line.
I know. I'm third. I was here first. I was here first. There it is. There we go. It's gonna be in 10, 9,
Oh, that's a jump one.
I hope somebody tags it for
7,
him.
6, 5, 4, 3,
It's not gonna spawn.
2. Oh!
Wow, okay. Yeah, I didn't expect that.
1. Dude, that timing
Wow.
is pretty good.
Holy shit.
Are you kidding me? All right, that's the
Damn.
last. That's it, right? We're good. Oh, I have to do the escort now. One sec, chat. We're gonna start Dead Mines in just 1 quick second. All right. In 1 minute or less.
Remember whenever we did Dead Mines the first time in the classic beta? I remember me and S-Fan woke up at 8 a.m. to play together, and we played classic WoW all day. It was the first time that I hit 100,000 viewers. It was absolutely fucking nuts. Remember that?
Yes, we're gonna be starting. Dead
Nobody
Mines.
died. Was hype? Yeah, it
It's
was
gonna be
awesome.
absolutely incredible. So the trader, this is the guy,
Good
right?
times, yep.
Escort escort this
Hell
guy.
fucking yeah.
And then from there, we're good. I'm gonna escort the traitor. Then we're gonna send dead mines. I'm gonna ding up 21 mid-run. 24 hunter in the waiting room. Ooh, 24 hunt. Okay. Why'd I go full arcane spec to 60? Are you
This might
scared?
kill him. Oh shit.
What a nasty little bitch.
Boop.
What a stupid fucking bitch. Wow.
Damn, you get a lot of experience for these hunts. Maybe I should do the other
It's
ones.
a dog-eat-dog world. Just like I said. See,
Alright,
that's
guys,
karma. See, he waited in line. Think about it like this. If he hadn't waited in line and he had killed it faster, that mage would not have been, there was a warlock actually, would not have been there in time. Think about that.
We're gonna
That's
do dead
karma.
mines any minute here.
I'm sure he'll leave. I'm sure he won't do it again.
What happened, bro? I missed it. I failed the quest.
No good
I
deed
didn't
goes
protect
unpunished.
the messenger like
That's
I should
right.
have. So the quest,
Bum,
what you
bum,
needed to do
bum,
for the
bum,
quest
bum,
was
bum,
protect
bum,
the
bum.
guy on the escort, but
Yeah.
I didn't protect him. The escort died, so I failed.
That
We go
usually
again.
Is what happens.
Alright guys, we're gonna do dead mines any minute here.
Oh god.
Come on. Oh, apparently there's a 60 mage killing the lock right now.
Oh wait.
Holy shit, I'm missing it,
I
man.
bet I have a
wanna see
ton
this
of
fight
junk
go
to sell.
down, dude. The warlock
Solid
died?
valuables.
Oh my gosh. Wait, did he get 1v1 by
500,000.
Hopefully he has a soul stone.
Oh my god. Oh, next he's yo, he's gonna res.
No, he's not
Yo,
gonna.
guys, he's gonna soulstone res. He's gonna soulstone res, guys. Come on,
Oh,
it's obvious.
right, because you can't see debuffs. Or you can't see. I forgot that you can't see buffs. Yeah, he hasn't
He's
released.
gonna soulstone res.
No, Zarya's right. That's a rank 1 gladiator right there. You see that?
Wonder if I have enough stuff to make it.
Don't let him res. Don't let him res.
Counterspell him. Improved counterspell.
No, he res. No. Alright guys, we are gonna do dead mines any minute here. Alright, here's the thing from my perspective. The first kill was actually kind
Flawless
of funny.
Electrum.
I can't even.
Now it's an hour later.
You get that from that
Wait, actually,
flan.
is it an hour later? Let's see how long it actually took him to do this. When was the first time it happened? 10 minutes. Okay, so it's only been 15 minutes so far. That's not so bad.
Minute. First kill was actually kind of funny.
It's 15 minutes.
I can't even get that mad.
Oh, there's only
but
2 I can do?
But the second
Yeah.
and third time. What about the fourth time? No, it's not. Dude,
It's not going to be a fourth time.
Alright, let's do
Always
Angel
do
of
this quest
Death.
off stream. Oh wait, what if I just? Hey guys, what are you guys doing? I'm on retail. Oh darn, another
You
rep.
getting your
Sandbreak.
renown up?
Pally killed me.
Clear view.
No, I'm chilling. What I'm doing is I'm sitting. Dude, those darn solo shuffle cues. Oh yeah, I have the Westfall music soundtrack on loop in the background. If you guys
Yeah.
don't
For
play
nostalgia.
classic like I do. Dude, this alacrity guy is a giga chud.
All right. No way he's actually going to make it. Where's the rogue? There's no rogue? Talk about edging. True. But then he gets
Don't
killed.
celebrate
We'll
too
see.
soon.
Nope, he made it. Holy shit.
This is no time to
Wow.
wait.
All right. Well, there you go.
Oh.
Come on.
All right, guys. I have to.
Damn.
We're gonna start Dead Mines in 1 second. I just I have to run back again.
He made it.
Yo, guys.
I think stuff like that is why Classic is good, but it's also why it's bad, kind of. It's like you have people that can do stuff like that. Like, that's emergent player behavior.
Thanks, Cal.
I'm gonna do Dead Mines in 1 second. We're gonna start. Wait, I can start inviting people now, right? Yes.
It's very community driven. Yeah.
Okay. If you guys want to do Dead Mines with me,
It's a
type
two-edged.
your-
Yeah, it's a two-handed sword.
all right, give me your gear score, your Mythic Plus IO score, how long you've been playing the game, what level you are, what spec you are, your experience in Arena, how many Gladiator titles you have, if you've been High Warlord or not, what's your rating experience throughout multiple expansions. Let me know what expansion you've been ahead of the curve on. Let me know how long you've been playing Classic Hardcore 4. Let me know how many deaths you have overall.
That's a good question. He didn't even ask for parses. All right, let's see it.
The big yeet with the prime, Lehman.
I feel like all you have to do to clear Dead Mines is you just have to play like a complete fucking pussy. Play like a pussy the whole time and there'll be no problem.
Alright, boys! We've made it.
That's it.
Buff up. Everybody buff up. Yo, I'm down to kill everything.
Wait.
Like, everything, so we don't actually...
There's a bear?
We're not actually ever scared.
What the fuck?
Plus, it's XP anyway.
What happened to the warriors?
Which is probably good. I can't believe Peo died in freaking Dead Mines, man. How does Peo die in Dead Mines,
We gotta
bro?
watch those clips.
It's the ship that gets crazy? Yeah, true. I guess he
doesn't
died
get-
on the ship.
It doesn't get crazy. People get crazy. It doesn't get crazy.
Am I nice enough to pass the wand on the priest? There's no way. There's no way I'm passing Cookie's wand for a priest. Oh! I'm out of mana. Okay, we're full. Oh, I got the shrink off while in combat. I'm gonna shrink up full mana, dude. My group's got this. We're fine.
Warriors don't play hardcore. They jerk off and summon to their level 60 clone characters that they never get to raid to ever again. Raid on ever again. Yeah, it's about right.
Evo? Nah, dude, we're waiting. Dude, my hunter is soloing Cookie. My hunter can solo this dungeon, man. What is going on?
Easy.
Yeah, it's easy as
Come
fuck.
on. No, I don't even want the wand to drop. Okay. I don't even want to have to make the decision to pass or roll. So people are on Classic Era right now because they're trying to get to level 60 without dying. And if you get to 60 without dying, then you start raiding.
If Blizzard gave you something for getting to 60 without dying, I would do it. Blizzard should make a, but they should have it in the rules that you can't be in a group. Unless you're inside of a dungeon. Or no, if you join a group with somebody that's more than 10 levels higher than you, then like it disqualifies you or something like that.
Oh,
And
he's
yeah, you
cool.
need a t-shirt and a double down. There it is. Well, actually, no, it's not Diablo. Like, what would be a Warcraft thing? I don't know. Probably life insurance.
And you're trying to clear the raids without dying. If you die at 60, you have to delete. Yep. Bro, Stroob's got the 8 slot blue leather bag, man. Game of Thrower, you cannot bubble
Diabetes
her.
monitor? Yeah.
If
Oh,
you
man,
bubble
there's
her, the
no-
add-on detects
A
it and you
flashlight
get
and a boss.
disqualified
No item
on the
at that
freaking
obelisk?
spot. It's ridiculous.
Wait, what was that?
It's qualified on the cannot bubble hearth. If you bubble hearth, the add-on detects it and you get disqualified on the freaking spot. It's ridiculous. Because they thought of that, yeah. It's like, okay, Pallies can just bubble hearth. Nah, let's never do that. Because then Pallies could always save bubble hearth for any scary moment. The add-on is coded in a way to
Well, just
understand
detect spells.
exactly what's
Yeah.
going on. They get into your head, into your add-ons, into your keybinds, into your computer. They give you a virus or something, and it'll literally detect a bubble hearth, and you'll be instantly booted out. It's
Still less intrusive than Riot anti-cheat.
wild. Oh,
gonna be honest, if I ever did this, I would just fucking turn on music and grind mobs. I probably wouldn't even do quests most of the time. I would just grind mobs. If I was a streamer, I would play like this though. Definitely, because it's more interesting to watch.
Look how much damage I'm doing.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, get the fuck away. There he is.
I trusted my tank with the taunt. He was on
That
it,
was
man.
a
Guys
mistake.
walked
You
in.
should not have done that.
That's why I
a
picked
bear.
this guy. We vetted him. Defiance
gonna spawn
Blackguard
2
going
more
down.
ads.
Next one. Edwin Van Cleef. Guys, we're supposed to kill the ads first. I don't know what's going on to that. Double Nova.
He shouldn't be there. The ads are gonna spawn there.
There's the half bash on him. Huge Frostbolt Fire Blast burst. Pull out a 139 crit. Another one. He's down. Edwin.
This guy actually might put up a good fight.
Emberstone, baby.
Maybe
Oh,
it's got
oh, oh.
If I remember
that's really
correctly.
good. Neat on that. Don't be a pussy. Please don't be a fucking pussy. Please don't
Wait,
be
that's
a
actually not bad.
Don't be a fucking pussy.
Because I'm gonna
Like,
get the other quest.
You're
anyway,
gonna get
right?
you're gonna get the
other
manner.
quest
Don't
staff
be a fucking
anyway.
pussy. Come
I
on.
think I have to need on that. Dude,
He
look how
needs to.
fire it looks.
That's so
Chat.
good.
No,
That's
dude.
straight up.
Oops, didn't mean to do that.
Like fucking shoot. Absolutely. Priest will
Look
cry.
at that. Dude, the priest.
The priest
says,
should be glad that he just got invited to the group.
let's roll it like real men. I can either do the right thing, or I can snag the Courtier's overshirt for myself, and it's gonna help me on every single quest. You can have it, man. You can have it.
Wow.
Dude, I'm level 21. We have a dungeon behind us. We're feeling good, man. We're feeling good.
It is what it is.
This is insane.
To be fair, it doesn't really increase his damage. He's probably going to play Frost. The chances and like time, he's never going to really need to drink. His spirit only affects out of combat mana regeneration. If he's out of combat, he's already eating or drinking. It's not that big of a bonus.
A couple days ago, I'm dead on the ground to a pillager, and look at us now, friends. You kidding me?
I might have done it.
We got it done.
Alright, we have to watch some people die in
I
this.
have proof right here with his head. And we rhyme, so it must be true, man. Look at that.
Alright, let's see it. Let's see some people die in hardcore. This is a decent video. I'm glad Zaryu is enjoying it. I'm glad that classic players and WoW streamers have something that people actually want to watch. Can you imagine that? Playing World of Warcraft and having people interested in watching what you're playing? That's crazy. Usually that doesn't happen. Yeah, watch compilations. I'll just watch some of the highest clips. I'm sure I can find some right here. Doesn't Spirit make Mage Armor regen more? Oh no. Let's take a look at this one right here. That's a good video. I like that one. Alright.
It wasn't too bad. You give me that thing for the belt?
Oh, you guys can't see his health. Oh my god.
No, shit. Guess I can't make that belt yet.
Let's start over. Squawk! 196. It's over. It's over. You know it's over. Bro.
No fucking way.
No. Yep, that's right. It's done. Level 19. What the fuck were you doing there?
After the
That's
Fire
what
and
you
Ice
get.
main story quest.
He shouldn't have been there. Let's be honest.
What am I
This
at?
is completely
Let
his
there be
fucking fault.
monsters.
He should be line of sighting the cast. He doesn't have an add-on that tells him what his swing
That's an
timer
annoying
is
ass
for
list.
the bow.
Let's find a different one.
The pet is tanking the Void Walker. That's ridiculous. He does.
Insane line of sight.
Okay, good.
Oh, Fire and Ice is
Move.
next.
Good.
Insane line of sight.
Alright. So we gotta do the story a little bit.
Oh my god. Oh!
That was a really good play, by the way. That was a really, really, really good play. Nice.
Ah! Wait,
I mean, he's still gonna die, but
Hey.
you know. Yeah. What happened to the pet, though? Yappo Potato.
Insane line of sight.
Went to Rosaria, didn't it?
Oh, he's just
Insane
dying.
line of sight.
As was I.
Oh, he probably has a low-level pet. Because look at every single attack that Yappo Potato took was a crushing blow.
They don't guard it.
Insane
His
line of
levels,
sight.
yeah, well, the pet could be even lower level than that.
Oh my god. Oh!
That's what I'm saying. That's sad to see him.
Oh,
That was a very
what
good
just
play
healed
that he
him?
did. If he hadn't moved there, he would have been okay. It was just aggroing that guy. Just ended it for him.
Like, I won't lie, chat with me. If you will see world PvP at level 6. Oh my god! What shot, man?
Jump down! What are you doing? What are you doing?
Is there still a healer somewhere?
He should have concussive shot. It would have been okay. What a mistake. That's why you play Alliance. Bro, how
Actually,
many
I know
times
what
did
I'm
this
gonna
guy
do.
die?
Please, bro.
I have
This is
5,000.
crazy.
Oh
Get
my
rid of
God.
It's
impulse.
like the third video. This in a week?
Oh, pff. That wasn't much.
Please don't die. Nice shit, dude. You're insane. Please don't. What?
Actually, don't need that much to master it.
Oh my god, look at his health, man.
Don't. If it.
Bro, what are you doing? Getting out of form! Oh, no, no, that's good, that's good. He moved out whenever they were stunned. That's smart. Do it again.
No, videos don't die, dude.
Damn it.
Heal.
No, videos.
Oh, God. So I can't use
Just typed and stands there.
a super.
Bro, they're classic players. You can't expect them to. You can't expect them to do something. These are classic players. Keep that in mind. Please.
But I am fine.
I mean, he's not gonna die there. I was about to say, like, that was gonna fucking.
Oh,
Is
but I can put it on that.
Kimosh?
Oh, okay. Never mind. We're good.
What?
Am I gonna get... That's a grief. That's 100% a grief. That's a grief. If I die, that's a grief, right? That's 100% a grief. That's a grief. That's gotta be a grief! That's a grief! I got griefed!
Oh, that sucks.
That's a grief. That can be appealed, right?
Oh. That sucks. Holy shit, that sucks. You can appeal? You got blue protocol, yeah. Yeah, I think that he definitely got his tune back a day later from this.
Wasn't even a bad one.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, I mean, obviously got griefed. I mean, fuck. What do you want me to say? That's good. Good for the good for the leadership.
That didn't look good. Did I?
What did you think was going to
I
happen?
thought that super was supposed to heal me.
Bro,
Be on the bus sitting on.
bro, what did you think was going to happen?
Me today. Send them my way, bro.
What
Oops.
did you think you were going to go? Was this a pool? It's not water. That's a mistake.
That didn't look good.
Okay. Let's see. Alright, we'll watch this.
Oh, I forgot to go back and buy potions. That might come back to haunt me.
I agree.
Yo! Miss!
So,
Take him out! Oh no!
oh man. That's the classic special. Gator coming in on your ass.
Oh! A dinosaur! A dinosaur, man! No! Where'd he come from? No, 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 no!
He probably still could have won this, by the way. Because he could have killed the insurgent in the time that the evasion would have fallen off. He could have sapped the alligator because it's an animal and it's a lower level, and then bandaged after that. He actually could have survived this. Or sorry, gouge, not sap.
No! Not like this! Not like this! Get me! No! Where does dinosaur come from, man? A freaking...
The old arboretum
Evasion's only 50% dodge.
will enter the cave.
Yes, but like it's 50% dodge on top of the native miss chance, on top of his native dodge chance, on top of his native parry chance.
I might be screwed.
You're right that he.
Well,
probably
I do have
still would've
elixirs and
died,
shit.
But I think he would have done better than that.
No! What? I didn't... Oh, no, man.
That's a mistake. Oh, that's a mistake.
As a human anymore.
That's a mistake. How do you do that?
Be sure to keep clear of this wall.
How do you do this?
I mean to.
Why do you do what you do?
Don't breathe it in.
Stupid fucking mistakes. See, if he had walked this way, he could have line of sighted the pillager's attack. He's gonna eat it right in the dick, isn't he? Delicious, isn't it? Oh, it's so good.
I can't, I'm disarmed. I'm disarmed. I'm disarmed. Does he throw the looter?
Watch out. There's level 18 mobs here. You should watch out. He's getting too close. He shouldn't be getting that close. It's a mistake. That's a highwayman, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% on that. That was a tactical error.
Oh.
What? What happened?
Oh, so good.
Why were you next to the mob? He's probably attacking too? Of course he was. He's number 6 on damage. Sad.
Oh.
What? That's what you get. That's what you fucking get.
Region chat. Please die, sir. Bro, no shot. bro. No shot.
Savix played himself here. So let's talk about the mistake he made. So because the Voodoo Troll cast Lightning Shield reduced his health from 18 to 8 by 10 damage. Now, if you don't know in World of Warcraft, every single NPC runs slower, except for like certain boss mobs whenever they're at low health, under 20%. This NPC is under 20%. So that means that Savix could have easily just run away from the NPC, and he would have outrun it and not died. But because he chose to melee attack the NPC as a priest, by the way, that caused him to die. This is an example of playing yourself.
I can't see his health bar. Like, we can't see it because I see what you guys see.
Watch.
So because of the video, I can't tell when he's super low or not. So I'm
Bro,
like,
no
I'm
shot.
just gonna keep pounding on him.
Fuck around and find out.
Savix, did you just die?
Yeah, he did. Thank you for explaining this one. Yeah, Savix did that to himself. He literally killed himself on stream.
You get
In the
used to
video
it.
game, yep, there it is. Savix died 59. I already saw that one. Priest melee, people don't play, are smarter than that. Well, to be fair, it wasn't really a bad call. It was only a bad call because of the lightning. And the reason why he would have survived is that he had 18 total health, and the melee attack from the priest only did 14 damage. So if he hadn't taken the 10 damage from the lightning shield, he would have survived the attack with 4 health and been able to get away. Yeah, I'll watch these every day. I love seeing people make mistakes. Oh, bro, what the? Bro, fuck off, bro.
Come on,
like,
you're right on.
oh, fuck off, man. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, this was such a bad day.
Top of them. Okay, there we go. Calmus, the Pitmaster,
By the way, I totally fucked this up myself.
has been mastered. Oh, I'm very glad that's done. I am very, very fucking glad that's done. That was, I remember wiping and dying on this quest with my warrior. And so the fact that I was able, oh, okay. That's not good at all. Let me just go ahead and I will MD myself. Okay. Am I going to die here? This is really not good.
I just completely choked, by the way. Like, there's literally no reason for me to have died. Now, I will say that I remember this day very clearly. I woke up, I didn't get enough sleep, and I had a pretty bad toothache, and I was not at peak performance. But this was a
Oh, hello.
completely avoidable death. Even though I got fucked by the eggs respawning on me.
Okay, jump. I'm jumping. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
I was
I'm
too
dead.
slow. God, that felt so bad. Oh my god, that felt so bad. I can't even, bro. That felt so fucking bad. I was so sad. Yoda. You just wake up?
I sure did.
It is what it is. Nick Busta. What do you think we should do this time?
I don't know, dude. Like, it takes forever.
It does. It's brutal.
Like, me and Grayson playing like 12-hour vlogs. Like, I have no idea how insane things get.
By the time they release Burning Crusade Classic. Again. Did you play the Diablo 4?
No.
Why not?
So Calvin,
Is that just like that's it?
it's kind of a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
Like,
probably after that go over to Ironforge, knock out a few quests over there, and then move over to Lockwoodon. I think that's the best idea. Okay, what do you want to do instead?
We go to Stormwind, turn in some shit, get our profession stuff,
Is there no other
then
way
come
across?
back out here, and then
I don't remember this area very well.
go to Westwood.
I must have done this
West
late,
this early?
like when I was tired.
I mean, Hogger and shit. Sorry.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go.
I don't know how Hogger's gonna go though.
Don't worry about it. I can heal.
Yeah.
But in numbers like these,
Is that mace actually good? That shovel?
Yeah.
One of the paladins in class of Diablo 4? I think so too. I think they're gonna probably make paladin the first expansion class.
Should have been in the base game.
Probably would have been better than, like, which class do they not really need?
Rogue. Rogues can suck a dick.
I mean, Druid, no, guys, Druid is bad in the game, but it shouldn't be bad, right? Rogue, yeah, I think that if you had Paladin instead of Rogue, it would be better. Yeah, Paladin's more thematic. Like, Rogue is just like some guy, you know? Like, who cares? So no archers? I mean, you've got like, yeah, but I mean, Paladins are more important than archers. You've already got 2 other ranged classes. You've already got 2 of them. You should have a fucking Paladin if you're playing, Diablo. We don't need Sork? I don't know. I think you need a mage. I think mage is more important.
Good day to you.
Okay.
Get the rockets. Get the rockets.
Okay.
See you later.
Drake's breath.
we're nearly at Norwich.
I guess I should probably learn weapon
help?
training, right?
Yeah.
Two-handed swords. I'm gonna learn that one. I don't think I really need to learn daggers.
Good day to you.
I don't think it's friendly.
Daggers just seem stupid. But this you should probably
See you
get
later.
first aid too.
Ouch.
Yeah, probably.
Oh god, they're both yellow.
Just talk to a
Shit.
guard.
I hate being the fucking herbalism bitch.
Oh yeah, one of us is gonna have to do that.
You better get a fucking thing and make a lot of money.
Well, how do I make a lot of gold? I mean,
By skinning shit.
oh, skinning. Okay. Well, I guess like how do we even do that? How do we even do professions? Because like there's 2 of us together, so like you'd have to follow me. Like we have to be in the same zone, like skinning and doing that other shit.
No, not him.
Seems like dog shit to me.
What do you want to do? You want to
I'm
fucking
trying
pack
to
it up?
think
You
about
want
it.
to pack it in? Huh?
I'm just trying to think about like I guess skinning. I'd have to go skinning.
Oh, you guess.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, I don't know what else.
That's what Grayson did. Don't you want to be like Grayson?
I mean, like, skinning.
Whoa, man.
You know, like with skinning. Can you trade each other? Yeah, we can trade each other. Fuck, engineering? Yeah, maybe engineering would be better.
This dude is miserable. Dude, I love your new shirt.
They, when are you gonna play Final Fantasy again? There you go. Okay, let's see. Fucking
This is a boss. I'm screwed.
profession trainer.
Yeah, I'm screwed.
First
They're
aid.
peaceful creatures.
Or the Alliance.
This one must be the
Oh,
exception.
that's all the way up there. Fantasy 14 tomorrow for sure. Yeah, guys, 100%. Honkai Star Rail is better than Final Fantasy 14. And they are not gonna like to hear that. They are not gonna like that at all. I thought Final Fantasy was fun. It was just, you know, like I wanted to do it in the mainstream. Like, some of the people that get involved with that game are like nutballs. I don't know why. It's just like some of the like anime stuff just like really like it just brings out like some really weird people on both sides, you know? Yeah, it's really fun.
Anime's just not good.
Yeah.
Is it just not good? Like why?
It's just not. It's just not. I talked about this over the ice last night.
Why is it bad?
It's just bad. It's just bad news. A lot of reasons.
Oh, wow.
WoW viewers lose their minds about you playing with something else. Yeah, I do think it's definitely a WoW viewer thing too. You're right about that. Genuinely don't like Final Fantasy wave design, too much avoiding red circles and dancing. I don't know, I think
Oh, I'm in trouble.
character customization, which is kind of shitty, but that's something I really don't like. Some people are just not ready for anime and it overwhelms them. Is that right?
What's it doing?
Nothing good, I'll wager.
Oh, it says I can't trade with you because of that weird add-on thing.
How is he not?
We like verify that or what?
I don't know how to even
Because
do
I
that.
don't want to do this and like be
Yeah, what is this? How do you do it? Do you like message them or something? Or I don't know.
just click verify. Verify stuff.
It says verification status pass,
Yeah, but your track time is 51%.
right? Do you have this solo? Well, I set it as a group at the beginning.
I'm verified as duo with Bug Crasher, so
I guess maybe what I could do is I could try to copy the add-on data over. Like from my other computer, I just have to plug it in and everything. Mods can verify. Yeah, probably 5 or 6. I think I'll see if the mods
Please
can
die.
verify it and then do that. Yeah, like how do you even message them? I don't even know how to do that.
you're gonna have to
Discord?
hack the
Okay.
Gibson.
Hack the Gibson?
Hack the Gibson.
What the fuck is that? Okay, yeah, I'll just ask them on the Discord then. I think that's cleaner and easier. Yeah, I'll join Discord later and then just ask them if they can do that. Hack the planet? What the fuck? Also,
Holy
raids is
shit, I
when
can't believe I
full
pulled that
raid
off.
was put out. I mean, I would say probably the end bosses and raid tiers are pretty equivalent to ultimate raids. At least like whenever the game first comes out.
Oh, man.
I think that obviously, like after
I was on zero
like,
healing
it's
for
been out
so
for a
long.
while, then yeah, it's a lot easier. But I would say that on release, it's probably harder or as hard.
We'll enter the conflict by the hand maidens living quarters. It was always a hive of activity.
Sounds like we'll have a hard
Don't you get nothing to accept while you're making bandages? No, it said something in
There's
my
someone
trade
there I
chat
should very much like to
or
see.
my text chat. That's why I thought that. Let's go about TOP. Well, I think you can't expect people to like really go super hard playing like 2 MMOs all the time, especially if it's like not drawing in a lot of viewership. Like for example, like they're not going to go and do that and spend a ton of time.
Oh, come on.
Come on,
you know, Final Fantasy if there's like no reward or like motivation for it. So like if they're not getting viewership for it or anything else, then like why would they do it? It is what it is.
I am so screwed.
It's our welcoming party.
I've had enough of their hospitality.
Is this what it is? Yeah. Back to our court? Yeah. Yep. Is Classic WoW retail? This is Classic WoW. It's just a disaster to try. Well, I think that like really for them, right? I mean, it's also like their job. So like if they're streaming and people aren't really watching it a lot, there's not really a lot of reason to do it. Like that's just the truth. I think, for example, like if you didn't have the Race to World First, like that was able to like be monetized and they can actually make money with it, I think you'd probably see a lot less people like. The race would probably be less
Be back in a second.
because people wouldn't have that same amount of time to dedicate as much as they do now. And that's the same with like any type of competitive thing. Is like the more people are involved with it, the more money is involved, the more competitive it gets. You said much of your community doesn't want you playing it. Doesn't want me playing Final Fantasy. Well, I think that like it's at the point now where like I've played a lot of different games, so like there's going to be people that there's a lot of people. Somebody doesn't want me to play every game. Entertaining streamer, could viewers playing Tetris? Yeah, but I mean you get more viewers playing something that's entertaining. It's like, yeah, sure, somebody can get viewers while they're doing something boring, but somebody can also get viewers while they're doing something entertaining. Fuck them. So remember, it's too hard to get people to watch MSQ since you need to be paying attention. WoW can be easily second monitor content. Yeah, that's definitely true.
King's honor, friend. Light bless you.
Okay, got the bands. Alright, Hogger, let's fucking do it. Oh boy. I do not know if this is the right call. I am nervous.
Trust me, bro. If I ever steered you wrong,
remember the Firekeeper soul?
I did that intentionally to fuck over your run.
I know. Yep, I know.
But also
Yeah.
for content.
That's true.
I know it, Tilly. I know. That really, that shit hurt it.
It did. I'm nervous, man.
These guys seem to be fucking us up a little bit.
Yep. We gotta go one at a time.
They're on
Okay.
free for all.
Yeah, I got it. I got one right over here.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, oh, actually, that might be better
that's
for
for
me.
you.
Yeah,
That's for
yeah.
you.
That's 5 to 11. That's huge, actually. What the fuck? That's massive. I'll have to use the sword if we pull Hogger now, though, because I don't have the weapon skill. What's the weapon skill that I need?
What level is he?
It's like level. I think he's like level 11.
He hits hard as fuck too.
Yeah.
Probably should get to level 10 or something.
This is already level 7. Okay. Auger's up right now. We'll see how these guys do against him.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Well, don't. Okay, they aggroed him.
I need potions.
Okay, how are they doing against him?
Warrior's getting fucked up.
Whoa, bro, he's getting his
That
ass
Warrior's
beat.
getting fucked. He's getting healed though.
He's getting dicked on.
He had a pot, dude. He had a pot. Uh-oh.
How many of them
He's
are
trying to get leash. He's trying to
What the
chain
hell
it
are you
onto
trying
us.
to do with this fucking
He's trying
bullshit?
to chain it onto us.
What are you doing?
Yeah, he reset.
You little bitch.
Okay, I have to just heal. I don't think I can fucking.
You want to go after him now?
Yeah, fuck it.
Alright, let's go. I'm gonna pull him.
Do you have a potion? Do you have a potion?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't think we can do it. We got too much time.
Run, 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 run. I don't heal for shit. I don't heal for shit. Just run.
Okay, I have to make distance first.
Just run this way. Run this way.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, go, 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 go!
Oh, this guy's helping us. Okay.
No,
Let's
this
fucking
guy.
go!
Nice.
I'm gonna go.
Nice.
Let's fucking go!
Easiest game of my life, bro. Easiest game of my life. I guess we can help them. Okay. Thank you.
We did not ask for his help, okay? We did not ask for that.
Paid actor? Yeah, no, we paid him before the stream started.
Oh, that was stupid of me.
Hopefully use this mace. This mace should help things out. Is this the classic WoW hardcore experience? Yeah, you can tell it's the hardcore experience because we're having people help us kill elite mobs.
And being excited about it.
Yeah. Bro, like, we killed Hogger, dude, we killed Hogger at level 9. That's fucking crazy.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Winners win.
What do losers do?
They lose. Pull back up.
You know what's crazy though?
What? How many bosses were left? I don't want to do it tomorrow. I don't. Let's get to work, boy. I was doing Madness of Deathwing on my Death Knight, and I literally took my Death Knight, and I the Ballad of the Level Boost. You guys ready? Here we go. That's good. I'm gonna resize it.
Now, I know what you're thinking. You see the title, you see the video duration, you're like, oh god, it finally happened.
Yep.
He's gotten cold, but no worries, I'm fine. Honestly, it's just a big change with the game, so naturally, that's all.
Yep.
So, as you may know, the level boost was announced for TBC Classic recently. There's been a lot of discussion surrounding it. For what myself directly, I'm going after here saying that I didn't want to do this video. I know that's
Oh, that missed.
cliche.
Me too, because I'm lazy.
It's true. This is an unpleasant subject for me. The discussion surrounding it
Potion?
is very toxic.
Oh, come
I
on.
know it's going to make a lot of people.
I think that the conversation around it has been really toxic too. The reason why I think that it's been really toxic is because people have been able to portray the different positions as basically they've like mischaracterized them in a negative way. So they say that the streamers that are for it are just for it because they're out of touch users, and generally
Give me
there's,
some
like,
damn
a large
potions.
contingency of like the classic WoW community that just reflexively dislike streamers.
High potion.
So I think that it makes it very easy for them to kind of paint people in a bad light and then vilify them in that way. And I think on the other side, it's obviously like lazy.
Potion. Anything else? Please be another high potion.
And to that end, just keep in mind, it is my opinion, and it isn't meant to make anyone angry.
Yes. All right.
Anyone who's a regular
Now
to
we're
the
talking.
channel can probably guess that I'm against it. In general, I'm not a fan of cash shops. They do work and they make sense in some games, but I personally think that they don't in Classic, as I'll explain. But whatever the case is, I want to stress constructiveness in this video. I said that there's...
What? Is that Mr. Dog?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. As I was saying, I said that there's been a lot of discussion about it, but really, it's more just arguing and toxicity. It's hard to find a discussion where people are debating the points. It seems to me that people are more debating that they're 100% correct, and the other party is 100% incorrect. Which usually isn't the way the world works.
Apparently Mad Season doesn't go on Twitter.
Like, I guarantee that there's a certain percentage of people who just heard me say that I'm against the boost, so the switch has flipped on.
Yep.
And they're thinking that anything and everything this guy could possibly say is irrelevant
Is wrong.
and incorrect.
That's right.
It literally doesn't matter what I can say. It could turn out that foregoing the level boost would lead to world peace and pure happiness for everyone on Earth. There would still be those who would reply, yeah, but that's not fair to those who don't have time to level. Stop being selfish, you nerd.
Yep.
Well, really, let's be honest here. That's not a discussion. I've invested what some would consider an unhealthy amount of time thinking about and researching this topic.
I mean, like, if there's a way to invest an unhealthy amount of time into something WoW-related, Mad Season has probably not only done it, but then made a video that he's invested an unhealthy amount of time.
New enemies.
About doing it in the process.
This isn't enough enemies.
Yes, this is accurate.
In the past 3-ish weeks, forums, one-on-one with police developers, streamers, YouTubers, players, the works. We truly care about the game as much as the guy who spent approximately 120 hours of his life making a 1-hour video about the recreation of a 50-hour video game. You listen to my points just as much as I've listened to yours.
Yeah, okay.
So I just wanted to put it out here that the overall goal of this video is to have an actual discussion about a pretty major feature coming to DBC Classic. The biggest thing is to not take it personally. The goal of this video isn't even to necessarily sway your opinion, it's to let you know exactly what you're getting with the level boost, because it's not just a level boost. It comes with many strings attached, and these strings have the potential to tear down core design pillars that make Classic World of Warcraft Classic World of Warcraft.
I agree with
this. World-ending thing? Of course not, but at the end of the day, this is a paid service in a game that didn't have it back then, that wasn't designed with it in mind, and that it will indeed have cascading effects, as I'll explain.
I agree with
so
that.
Forgive me for the extra long intro, but I just wanted to front-load it with all of this because, as I've said, it's been a rather nasty...
The thing is, like, the people are so fucking nuts nowadays, he has to actually start the video out with a 3-minute disclaimer. Like, he has to. Like, or there's gonna be like a million hate threads about it.
Subject. This year's BlizzCon revealed many details about the highly anticipated recreation of Blizzard's hit 2007 expansion to World of Warcraft. The word of the day is changes. Video game re-releases are always tricky because there's a special balance that you want to hit in recreating the original game, but at the same time, sticking true to what made it special. And as hard as that is, it's even harder for MMOs because you understand that multiplayer aspect. What other people do has an effect on your gameplay, directly or indirectly. So, from the get-go, developers are in this dilemma. Many of us saw in Vanilla Classic the repercussions of staying too true to the original. No changes method.
That's shitty time for him to do that.
I hate to say it, but like one of the coolest things in Classic is already taking the grip at the same time. I think that's fucking badass.
Sabotaged things.
I love it.
As they learn that recreating the game versus recreating the experience
What?
are two very different things. We saw this in the form of world buffs, straight blocking, and the general easy difficulty of rating to Nature's 3. Back then, when the idea of changes was unheard of, I always joked that people would freak out when their parts smelling different because that's what it seemed like. The idea of a level boost would have sent the community into nuclear overdrive. But
Well, the thing is, like, also, realistically, Classic WoW is like an entire experience of like levels 1 to 60. Like TBC is really just an update
fuck
of 50
me.
to 6 to 70. So it is different, but at the same time, leveling in TBC was still something that many people did, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. And I I worry about this a lot. I do. And I don't really worry about the boost fundamentally, but I worry about the mindset behind why people are okay with the boost. They're okay with the boost because they don't have time to play the game, and that's the same reason why the game changed to the point where they want a classic in the first place.
As said, things have changed. Many big changes were announced in the Burning Crusade Classic.
Oh yeah.
And overall, from what I can tell, the community has been quite receptive because
Yes.
we've all seen what the hands-off approach can bring. Arena tweaks, shared paladin seals, gated raids, and of course, the level boost, which brings me to the meat and potatoes of this video. At BlizzCon, it was announced that the Classic Burning Crusade will have the level boost service, which is a paid service that will instantly bring one character of your choice to 58. It is limited to one use per account, and it is 58, not 70, which is of course the cap for the Burning Crusade.
Yeah.
And you can only use it on the Burning Crusade Classic servers. The Classic era realms, which are the permanent non-fresh 60 servers, will not be available for this boost.
That's
And
good.
you can't use it on the new races, and the Draenei. The reasoning for this
The fuck?
for Blizzard in their official pack is there's this person who wants to play PC, but they don't want to level through the whole game.
Oh,
They're
damn
not
it.
going to play unless this boost exists.
That is such a huge, in my opinion, a terrible way of making the game. Like, it's just so bad. Because what they're saying is that some people just don't want to play part of the game, so just remove that part of the game for those people. And that's actually been the logic and the mindset that Blizzard used for years in the game, and they fragmented the player base more and more and more. I really worry about that. It's true though. The thing is though, is like if you have a player who is not going to play the game unless they get like a massive boost to their character, is that really the kind of people that you want to appeal your game to if it's an MMO? I think that one of the big mistakes Blizzard made.
Oh, come on, I'm trying to get away from him.
Make the game appeal to everyone instead of appeal to their specific audience. Like for example, I think Path of Exile does a great job of this. Path of Exile doesn't really make their game appeal to a large audience, but the audience that it does appeal to, it really makes those people happy. And I think that's why their game is so healthy in its seasons. Yeah, harvest changes are not ideal, right? Like as a general rule, I think this is true.
So because of these restrictions, and the overall climate of the community's receptiveness to changes has created two sides. The boosts are good for the game, as they bring more people in who otherwise wouldn't play, because they're allowed to skip over that leveling. And the people against boosters, who think about all of the bad that it'll bring. The boosters and the anti-boosters.
I'm dead.
Don't worry, we'll talk about all of the
God
bad, but
fucking
again,
damn it.
I said that I wanted this video to be constructive, so first I do want to talk about and acknowledge the good, because after all
This
that's
crap
what discussion
because I
is.
fucking
do
forgot to buy
also wanna
potions
add
before I
about
start the
what I
mission.
said.
So dumb.
Realistically, most people do not level in Classic WoW the way that they used to. So whenever you think of leveling in Classic WoW, you think of killing bears and Nosbrad foothills. The reality is that most people in Classic WoW buy
What the
gold and
fuck? Why did my
damage
shit
to AoE dungeons.
attack over there?
So it's really not the same experience, and I think that's probably the strongest argument for boosting that I can think of, is that because the leveling experience is so dramatically different than what it was,
Oh,
and this
at least
is
started me on
phenomenal
phase
for
2.
the community, that the value of that leveling experience and the cachet of it, or the novelty of it, is diminished, and it doesn't matter enough to where boosting really would make a difference. That's what I think the two arguments are.
Don't just ignore and dismiss the
I'm not saying right or wrong. I'm just saying these are the two perspectives.
to the bad. I can see a couple of benefits with the boost. One is just what Blizzard has in the bag. It will absolutely bring in people who otherwise wouldn't play.
Ah, shit.
It's better for the health of the
I should have remembered he does that next.
especially in the case of multiplayer games. It's the bandwagon effect. The more people play something, the better it looks. People see a packed storm and they're like, dang, this game is popular.
That's true.
There must be something to it. It's one of the reasons why every couple months we see a new game just blast off in the orbit. Fort Skin, Among Us, newest one, Valheim. Skins are all great, alright. A big part of why they're successful is
That's a
their
good game.
mentality. Look at everyone having fun. I want to be that.
I'm unironically a bandwagoner. Like, I'm actually a bandwagoner. Like,
Damn it, I
would
did it at the
fucking
worst
go
time.
And I'll watch a stream and I'll see like, oh, a lot of people playing this game, and then I go and I play the game.
The reason why companies will pay the most popular streamers money to play their game on stream
He transforms.
Yep.
is a
He
huge
jumps me.
strategy.
That's a big truth.
Works in the opposite direction as well. Our manual plays a game, your first impression seems to be something wrong.
Yeah, games suck.
And the next point kind of goes hand in hand with point one, is that it allows people to more easily play with their friends. Maybe it's not the grind that's the issue. It's doing the grind alone, so fast tracking the deal
Wouldn't be
solves
alone.
that issue.
Have the main computer.
So that's the good, according to Blizzard and their official fact. They're simple, but strong points for what they are.
Just hurt them.
The first point I'd like to bring up for the anti-boost is that I feel like this target audience that Blizzard set up doesn't match and is inconsistent with the restrictions that they currently have set up for the boost. And I have one short and simple question that I'd like for you to answer.
Okay.
If this were truly for this player who hasn't leveled yet and wants to play with their friends, why is it that those who already have level 58
That is so
characters are able to
fucking
purchase it?
stupid.
Really makes you think.
If your goal is to recreate the experience and bring in your
So,
players, while at the
so
same time
annoying.
negatively impacting
I
the
see
community,
it. As soon as he starts it, I start running, and it's still not fast enough.
doing now, on whatever server they plan on playing on, has no need for a paid level boost. You would just have to lock out server transfers on these boosted characters.
I actually, I mean, I'm gonna use my level. I'm gonna use my.
This is going fucking awful now.
Percent. I'm gonna level paladin. Like I'm a level paladin. I'm a fucking tank. It's gonna be so. I cannot wait, man. I cannot fucking wait. And no, you can't say same because then you're gonna take my gear. Nobody else can roll paladin except me. But yeah. Anyway, I actually need to do that soon so I can start doing MCs to get a Thunder Fury. But what I'm saying is like this whole thing, right, is it does seem weird that only people that have 58s can do it. It does seem really weird.
So obviously, or else people
Oh.
would just bring it to their own. I understand that Blizzard is a business and needs to make money, but it doesn't need to be done at the expense of the game, which I'll be
Yeah.
talking about throughout the course of this video.
It's free.
But-
That's what I thought. Like, but then why? Wait a minute. Let me go back and read this again. We're at 8:49.
So that's the good.
Not be usable in classic era realms. Players are limited to boosting only one character per account. Okay, so then that doesn't even matter. People already have a 58 can still buy a boost? Well, yeah, because they want to play it all. I think that's the best, like, that's the most okay thing about it. Like, you've already leveled once. If you want to boost another character, that's, like, that's the least bad thing possible. Yeah, you've already gotten a character, and you want to boost another one. That's totally different than boosting your first character, to me.
Course of this video. But back to my question, your answer to it is, well, it wouldn't be fair to those who already have a 58 that they can buy the boost.
That's true.
That means you're acknowledging that a paid level boost does give you an advantage. And if you really want to bring up the word fair, how's it fair that there are those who already leveled from 1 to 60, and now people can just pay to skip it? That doesn't seem very fair.
Yep.
And even putting that aside, if the boost does come out, there will be those who won't buy it because they just lack a disposable income. So why is it okay that you get to buy the boost if there will always be those who can?
That is true.
Sacrificing gameplay for convenience is an objectively superior game design. And why does Classic even exist in the first place? It's the textbook definition of the game adapting to the player instead of the player adapting to the game, which is one of the major reasons people cite for quitting Current in the first place.
I think that's what happened, though. It's like the game is adapting to the player because the player adapted to the game, okay? Like, this is meta. But, like, what I'm saying is that the player adapting to the game is people negating the leveling experience in classic WoW by just boosting characters through mages. And then the game adapting to the player is adding the boost, so that process is not necessary.
Hey, you can't argue the fact
Please kill him.
the Giant fan base today and peaked in popularity because they kept this core design philosophy in mind. It was right around here that this one to stop. They started flipping the print for the waters.
Yeah.
And maybe coincidentally, this is when we first saw the major cash shop services, the race change, and the faction change.
What this is like Wrath of the Lich King is like smoking weed in high school. It's like it's really cool while you're doing it, but as time goes on, you start doing, you know, like let's say somebody starts doing more drugs. And, you know, things
Jeremiah.
start going downhill. Now we're into Cataclysm. Right at the very end of
I haven't played
Cataclysm,
Diablo in a couple
new
weeks.
raid comes out. It's called Meth. And, you know, you get excited about that. It goes up a little bit. And then suddenly you find out, oh my god, you know, this fucking raid sucks. Jesus, this raid's really, really bad. And you get to the very, very bottom there, and you think, okay, we've got to find another raid that's even better than that. How about Heroin? And then, oh my god, you get a massive boost, and then it goes right down to the fucking bottom. That's the way I feel like rap. I don't even, like, I took the analogy.
Oh my
way too
god, I
far.
fucking did it.
But the point is that rap
Thank God.
fucking was good.
I forgot to buy potions before I started this mission, so it's been like an hour of just like on the edge, like praying.
Weirdest analogy? Yeah, well, halfway through the analogy, I realized that it sounded stupid, so I recalibrated it, and
It's pretty squirrely there for a minute.
Not just that, but also the adoption
really
of
the
this
truth.
backwards mentality that the game must adapt to the player.
I saved it,
But
yeah.
I'm getting off topic here, back to the boost. I have a second question for you as well.
What?
Again, if the goal is the overall health in the game and to bring in as many players as possible, why even charge a fee for the level boost?
Nope, not that way.
If it were free, wouldn't that bring in even more people? Well, then it would really be broken. May as well not even have the Eastern Kingdoms in Kalimdor at that point, because it's straight to the outland for 90% of the player base.
Oh,
But
you guys
somehow
didn't
this
see it. It's
arbitrary
40
dollar
million.
amount makes it okay, which is a lot to some people and nothing to others. One of the main issues I have is that you're creating an in-game advantage based off of a real-life wealth disparity. And such is the issue of in-game cash shops, since in-game cash shops have existed.
That is true. Who thinks they're going to do the WoW token in TBC? 1 in chat if you think they're going to do WoW token, 2 in chat if they won't.
Same food, India.
I'd say we're looking at about 80% ones. Maybe, now maybe like 75, 80, 70%, somewhere around there. Gold buying is really bad at the moment. Well, hey, WoW token is a lot easier than actually doing your job. And they fired the people that do those jobs, so probably going to do lots of them.
And for my next point, although it is restricted now, how long is it until we see that maybe it's not 1 per account anymore? Maybe it takes you to 70
New hunts
instead of 58.
and get that
I mean, if you
belt.
skip 57 levels, why not 69? You know what, guys? BC Classic has been out for 6 months at this point. It's not that big of a deal. Why is this
This is
level
the guy
boost still
new
restricted?
Severian.
While we're at it, let's just bring out the race change and faction change.
Is this guy B?
Dang, these bots are a real big problem. I don't know how, but ever since TBC launched with the level boost, things got really bad. Surely being able to start from level 58 had no impact whatsoever on the massive botting problems the game has right now.
I think also, you know, you could, like, this is clearly a slippery slope analogy and, or fallacy, excuse me. Now, slippery slope fallacies are really interesting because they're not always fallacies, and they're also used in many other like cases. Like you have like a salesman has the idea of getting your foot in the door. Like this is a codified technique that salesmen use that follows the same paradigm as the slippery slope fallacy, but it actually does work, and it's something that many salesmen use. So I don't really think that people that use the slippery slope fallacy are necessarily ever wrong or right, but whenever you're using something like this, it's definitely important to look at how realistic is the extrapolation of the original event going to be. You see what I'm saying? So like for example, like how much can you extrapolate out of that original event to say, oh, this is going to be where we're going to end up?
I hope that Blizzard brings out the WoW token so players can buy gold from them instead of bots, because that always does a really good job at stopping bot.
Wait, look at that.
Has zero issues with bots.
Wait a minute, that's me. Look at that.
big issue I have with the boost is
That was actually such a good fucking stream. Like, boys, that was so good. I cannot get, dude, that was such a, I remember, and then they started getting rid of them. Oh my god. I was so happy that day.
necessarily even the boost itself, but rather what it'll eventually lead to.
Yeah, I think
Let
that's
your
reasonable.
standards slip slowly but surely. I really wouldn't be surprised if we saw a WoW token in Classic. at
Don't
some
they have
point.
WoW tokens in
Releasing
Classic?
the level boost gets tested.
Don't they have WoW class? Don't they have WoW tokens in Classic WoW in China? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, it's absolutely not a. I don't think that's really much of a slippery slope either. I personally don't think so.
Approval to put anything on the cash shop. Hey, the people want to buy things, so let's give it to them. You see this with your cloning method of moving from vanilla to BC.
Yeah, that's actually
Without
really good.
paying, you can choose to continue your character to BC, or move it to a Classic Hero server. But if you pay money, you can do both.
Yep.
Why does this cost money? Well, to make money, of course, but more importantly, the more minor cash shop services you slip in slowly but surely, the more receptive people
To
are to them.
normalize it.
Well, just think about it. How do you implement
TBC streamers, unfortunately. Actually, that's very healthy thread. I think also another element of that is like, if you go back, let me look at this.
this, but more importantly, why does this cost money? Well,
I think that the reason why it costs money is the same reason, I forgot what to say for a second. The reason why it costs money is the same reason why faction transfers and server transfers cost money. It doesn't really cost Blizzard $30 to do this, but the money there is being added as a barrier to entry, so people don't just do it willy-nilly. And I think there's an argument to whether that's a good idea or not, but I think that's actually the reason why Blizzard has it at that price, is to create a barrier to entry to where people don't do it all the time. And also, I think with this, the simple reality is that they don't want to have to spend a lot of money on these Classic-only servers, and that's why they're making people pay money to transfer characters over to them. It's just so they can make more money, because you're transferring the data. I really think it's that simple.
money, of course, but more importantly, the more minor cash shop services you slip in slowly but surely, the more receptive people are to them. Now, just think about
Does this freeze time completely?
Cash shop services.
Yeah, I guess it does. That's kind of dope.
Receptive to them.
This was just free damage.
Yep. Restrictions, so you generate a certain amount of people who will do your work for you and try to convince everyone that it's this minor thing. You slowly but surely increase them in their severity until you're at a point where you can buy anything. And I see that as a pretty pessimistic statement. I see it as just bringing basic attention to the past 15 years. Level boost,
That's literally what they've done.
token, race change, faction
Alright, I'm gonna go make that belt.
just magically appear in current World of Warcraft in some
I think they should have never
Damn,
done
that's a
faction
lot of experience.
They were gradually
That was a
slipped
mistake.
in there one by one as people slowly let their guard down. And now we're at a point where the only thing you can't buy in the game is raid progression. And even that is a gray area because people will sell carries for gold. And obviously you can buy gold with a WoW token. Also, as a little
yeah.
side note, when I'm searching for groups in current, I find it pretty funny
Well, it's
that
not like that anymore, because we took care of those bad boys, didn't we, boys? Yeah, we got rid of them. 200k for cutting edge? Is it really only 200k? There's no way it's only 200k right now.
at least 50% of the listings are done by real-life money-boosting services.
Oh, they all are.
I was curious, and I checked out one of the actual websites, and they have a section on why you should boost. And it's so funny that this TOS unfriendly paid service website's reasoning for boosting is remarkably similar to Blizzard's and the pro boosters' reasonings for bringing out the level boost.
Yeah, because it's the same thing. Same thing. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, no shit. Also, if you ever think about using one of these websites, really be careful about doing it, because these websites
What was that?
are, I mean, they usually take advantage of the people that are actually doing the sales.
Flawless
and
Mass.
they will also take your data and sell it.
Briar clamshell.
Like these websites have like no ethics at all. So if you give them any information at all,
Assuming that's
they
what
will
the
take that
Minotaur gives you.
information and use it against you in whatever way possible. So be really careful with using these websites, and not just for getting your account banned, but also for them taking your personal information and misusing it. Like Facebook and Google and Amazon.
if you really want to, no, it's completely different, man. Like, I understand that, like, yeah, Facebook and Google, they do privacy invasion, but at least they pretend like they're not. These people don't even pretend. They don't even care. It's like two different universes.
So why should you buy World of Warcraft boosting services? Come on, guys. The answer is simple.
Yeah.
You'll save tons of your time and make the game more enjoyable. Let's face it.
Yeah.
Farming/leveling is a time-consuming and tedious
True.
activity.
Jeez,
Since the early days of
true.
vanilla,
So
players
true.
have dreaded spending countless hours doing the same things over and over to get pets, achievements,
Yep.
and mounts.
Very true.
Wait, achievements in vanilla? I call bullcorn. Here at Censored Website Name, we don't think it's the best way of playing the game. That's why we've started the Professional WoW Carry Company to give you more
Oh, wow.
time
I found
to
the
play game
6 right
how you
there
want.
that I needed.
Professional WoW Carry Company.
This is just
That's good.
hilarious. So this isn't okay because you're paying some third-party website.
Yeah.
But it is okay and apparently the best idea in the world, but only if you're paying Blizzard. That's just amazing to me. Okay,
Yeah.
not okay. Okay, not okay.
Oh, it's
In
right there.
fact, I think that would be a fun
Ah.
game. Just take excerpts out of Blizzard's spec and this website and show them to people and have them get.
That's dirty. Like, this is... I never even thought about this. Yeah, that is pretty fucking funny. I never even thought about it like this. I've never seen this, this comparison made before.
Guess who's saying them? Wait a second here. I thought that if Blizzard sells you all of these services, that means websites like these don't exist. Why do they populate 50% of the listings in the group finder? Why are there so many YouTube videos of various gold farming bots in Shadowlands? I'm seeing a contradiction here.
Yeah.
Can it be that saving the integrity of your game by compromising it yourself isn't as effective as people claim it to be?
Well, they can't ruin the game because we already did. They can't do anything now. Can't ruin it if we already ruined it. Problem solved.
The bottom line is, the whole point of Classic was to go to a time before cash shops dominated the game.
That's true.
It's my personal theory
That is
that
true.
they thought that Classic would just be this minor thing that isn't worth monetizing. You see that with them only releasing like 10 servers at launch. Then, oh shit, the people who were fighting to the death that Classic
Time
is
to take
dumb
another
and no
nap.
one would actually play it were wrong. Would have thought.
This was such a good day, man. Like, I remember, dude, the lead up to Classic WoW was actually like the fucking best time ever. It was so cool. Like, everybody was playing together. People would always play the game, and you had like these stress tests that literally everybody would log on to. Oh my god, it was so fun. Like, I'm not the only person that fucking remembers that, right? People called it vanilla. Yeah, it was great. Invite to Asmon Lair.
And there are actually a ton of people who play it. There's a lot of money to be had here.
Dude, I
but
remember this.
Look,
My dad
these
even
guys
saw this
hate
video.
cash shops. How do we sneak this in here? I know, let's just restrict it. Use this new player.
Well,
How do we?
the character boosts are not keeping classic. We don't want to break in hard. Well, it's not classic. It's TBC. It's TBC classic, which means it's not classic. I mean, come on. That's two completely different things, guys. Come on.
Sneak this in here. I know, let's just restrict it. Use this new player as a straw man to see how receptive people are to it.
Yeah.
One of the main issues I have with it is that they're using this poor, downtrodden new player as an excuse to bring out the boost, yet it's available for purchase by literally everyone.
Somebody please think of the
New players. And people either
The lazy fucking casuals, man. I agree with exactly what he's saying here. Personally, I really do. Again, I said, the strongest argument for boost is like, the community of like classic WoW and everything. But the fact is that like, if you're paying a mage to do the boost, you are still injecting money into the economy. You're still playing the game. You are still playing your character. There is an interaction that occurs, even if it's like really, really minor. And I think paying a mage for a carry is not the same as buying a boost directly from Blizzard.
I really think they're completely different. They're two completely different things. Even though, like, functionally they're the same, I just think that they're totally fucking different. It's worse, dude? Of course it's worse. I do think it's worse. But the point is, like, obviously the outcome is the same, but the impact is completely different.
A, don't see that, or B, they're just willfully ignoring it because they want a 58 without putting in the time to get it.
To be honest,
The
I
slippery
want a
slope
58
argument
without
is
putting in the time for it.
But it's overused for a reason.
Yeah.
Just because it's true. I've been playing since March of 2005.
I can't wait to boost my
I've been down
paladin.
this road before,
It's gonna be great.
and I know where it leads. I remember when they first released the Lil KT and Pandrin pets in the cash shop in Wrath. The players were worried that this will lead Blizzard down a path where players can pay for an advantage. We were told that would never happen, and look at it today.
It did. Yeah, I mauled it out over the, I did the Celestial Steed was, like, my first recorded mauled out was over the Heart of the Aspects, right? Like, the Heart of the Aspects was the, that was the big one. But the Celestial Steed, I was really pissed off about that too. Like, I genuinely felt like kind of betrayed back in Wrath whenever they did that. And I didn't really make videos a whole lot then or talk about the game then, so I never really talked to anybody about it. But I remember it did feel like it felt like it was fake. Because, like, before then, everything that you saw in the game, somebody earned. But at that point, I guess besides TCG, I mean, TCG is also another gray area too. But I don't know, like, just being able to buy the mount like that, it just felt wrong to me.
Hey, hell,
Now
we
you're
were told that
accustomed
there
to
would be
being
no
fucked
level
in the
boost in
ass.
Classic just over a year ago.
Yeah.
Gee, that lasted long. What, is TBC not Classic? I'm confused here. So when I'm told
It's
that,
TBC Classic.
oh, it's only to 58, oh, it's only usable once, I have a pretty hard time believing it. I don't have a problem with Blizzard making money. They are a business.
Yeah.
I just think that they make it in ways that are destructive now. They created the best MMO
I
of all
agree.
time, where it peaked in popularity with zero cash out. In the context of a recreation of that game, these services had no place until they were originally introduced. For example, I wouldn't have a problem with the race change and faction change in Wrath.
I would.
After all, that's when they were released. I still don't care for them.
I think faction changes are terrible for the game. I really think they should have never let you do that. In my opinion, I think they should have never let you do the race change. Something hot video. Yeah. I guess, like, faction change I really feel strongly about. Race change is, like, just me, you know, my opinion. Faction change I do actually really feel like is harmful to the game.
But I don't have much room to talk there. Like, can we just acknowledge that World of Warcraft is the most monetized game of all time? Let's just take a look at the different payment models for
Oh, here we go.
You have your typical upfront purchase. Typically this is $60 for a full retail release.
Unless
Maybe
you're
later you
buying
have some
Cyberpunk.
DLC that you can buy at an additional cost.
Yep.
You also have the free-to-play games where there's no actual required cost to play them. Instead, they make their money through a cash out. They range in severity. Some are purely cosmetic, and some give clear advantages over those who don't use it, commonly referred to as pay-to-win. And lastly, we have subscription-based games. Of course, these are commonly
That's gonna hurt.
a lot of the times the game is free, but we just
Do you guys think battle passes in, like, FPS games are basically subscriptions? I was thinking about this. Yes, I think they kind of are. Like, obviously it's not the exact same. I've never bought a battle pass in my life, but I do think they're similar.
pay a monthly subscription to keep them all.
Yeah.
World of Warcraft has all three. You pay for the expansions, you pay the sub fee obviously. It has a pretty substantial cash shop where you can buy pretty much anything.
For a lot of
like
money.
I said, even raid progression due to the advent of carry runs. Current is current, whatever. I used to complain about it, but people told me to just quit if I didn't like it.
True. Wait, oh my.
So I did, and guess what? I wasn't like,
World of Warcraft player numbers dropped by 41%? What? Yeah, damn. Like, I saw there's a value or title of that. I assume that was like bullshit, is it not? Maybe I'll watch that, like, I don't know. I'm gonna watch it.
So I did. Guess what? I wasn't alone. But the whole reason why Classic exists is, again, to go back to a time before it dominated the game. And again, Blizzard saving the integrity of their game by compromising it themselves doesn't seem to work out very well.
No, it doesn't.
So at this point, you probably are calling me a pessimist.
Yes.
But again, I just call it paying attention for the past 15 years.
True.
You're treated based on how you've acted in the past. And I'm sorry, the history is there. So if you're getting even at me for saying these things, just keep in mind that I wouldn't be saying them if Blizzard didn't do them in the first place.
I just remember remember that speech I gave? Remember that speech I gave, Paul, to chat? I was in ICC whenever they first announced Classic WoW, and about like how I've been wanting to change shit.
And you're dead.
Poll who did quitted. Okay, I will poll who did quitted real quick. Are you actively playing Shadowlands?
Give me that mask thing.
I'll let you guys, I'll check it in like maybe 5 minutes, okay? Because it's like a little bit slow.
The next time you go and try to
Minotaur main. Oh, I can't even get that other thing yet.
Yeah.
restricted it is.
Lame.
Take a look back at the past 15 years and ask yourself a question. Are you trying to convince other people, or are you trying to convince yourself?
Ooh, turn it back on him. Turn it back on him. Use that psychology. I
I'd
love
just
it.
like to bring up the point that it's just paying to skip content.
Yep.
Leveling is such an important thing in MMOs,
Crash?
classic
Yeah,
MMOs
you guys figured
especially,
it out.
and to be
Mod,
able to
just link it
skip
again.
it even once has this butterfly effect that F's up so many other things.
Actually, fuck it.
Now,
Just do a
before
Twitch
you
poll.
finish your comment, I already know
Just
what
do a
you're
Twitch
saying.
poll, guys.
Leveling in Classic isn't a
Yeah.
big deal because people pay
Thanks,
mages
mods.
to power level them anyways, which does happen. For those who don't know, there's something in Classic called power leveling, where basically you pay a mage to run you through a dungeon, and they just AoE everything while you sit at the entrance, AFK, and collect XP.
Yep.
It doesn't seem like a very healthy or natural way to level.
Because
so
it's not.
People use this as a reason to bring out the level boost.
This is-
because we're not
yeah.
losing much, right? I'd like to address this first because it seems to be one of the bigger reasons that the pro boost crowd pushes. I have two problems with this take. First is power leveling is nowhere near as bad as a paid level boost.
Yeah, like, I mean, paying the actual company itself to artificially increase the level of your character with by giving them real money is a totally different universe in my mind than paying another player to help you level in a dungeon. Like, that's totally
Make sure I
fucking
got them all. No, I know
so,
I did.
let's see what the poll is here. We have the fucking main one. 54% is at I quit Shadowlands, and I don't play WoW is at 15%. I'm playing now is at 31. So most of the people that are fucking watching my stream right now, like fucking 70% of the people that are watching my stream right now don't even fucking play WoW anymore. God damn, guys. I'm leveling alts in Classic. Yeah, I was thinking about leveling a Mage alt or something like that. Like, I actually kind of do want to level in Classic. Like, I feel stupid, though. Like, I want to level in Classic WoW the normal way because it's more fun. But, like, there's so much ganking and shit on my server that I feel like that wouldn't be fun. And then also, every time I'm leveling and it's, like, taking me a while, I just feel like I'm stupid for not taking advantage of the boost because of how much easier it is.
For starters, it still
Oh,
takes time
does she have new items? That would be
It
dope if she had new
power level
items.
players who already have a main character on the server, or those who buy gold, who should be actioned, by the way, because, you know,
Shit in
against
their
the rules,
mouth.
the rules
Are
exist
these
for
just
a reason.
music?
A new player, which is the target primary
Oh,
demographic
no, it is the
for
same.
level boost according to Blizzard, can't afford to pay
Damn it,
someone to
that's
level
lame.
them from 10 to 58. Thus, leveling remains to be an important thing that they must progress through, just like everyone else. Number two is that if we're in agreement that power leveling and the resulting emptier world and emptier leveling experience is such a big issue, why would we destroy any chance of restoring it by giving people the option of paying real life money to skip it? It's a contradictory argument.
That's actually, I really agree with this. The fourth state of leveling is important enough to me to use it as an excuse to bring level it, but not as important enough to actually fix it. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the leveling boosts are like a solution either.
There will always be people who dislike leveling. even if mage power leveling didn't exist.
True.
There will always be a fastest method, but even if everyone was naturally in the world, as they were in 04 to 07, there would still be those willing to pay to skip it. And I guarantee you that they existed back then because I played the game back then. However, they were stonewalled back then because it wasn't designed around a level boost. And I'll provide many examples of why in this video. Leveling has become more of a minor thing in modern MMO design, but players who want that have modern MMOs to play.
That's right.
I thought the whole point was to go back to a time before the modern MMO. Some changes, such as the pre-nerf bosses for increased difficulty, I can understand. As players grow in skill and knowledge, you have to adapt to recreate that experience. But a level boost to me isn't adapting to anything. It's trading money for time for those who want something, but don't want to put in the time to get it.
Exactly.
If you see dungeon power leveling as a big enough issue to use it to rationalize a paid boost, you're not interested in the betterment of the
Hey, big
game.
boy.
You're just interested in fast-tracking yourself because a paid boost doesn't solve the problem. It avoids it. Some people say that dungeon power leveling may be fixed since TBC introduced the AoE cap. Blizzard noticed how powerful AoE was back then, so they limited the total overall damage of several AoE
Yeah,
abilities.
caps at like 20.
I personally don't think
I don't know what's going on.
because the missed big one is the consecrate.
Yeah, consecrate.
I think that it
The
would
consecrate is not AoE capped, and neither is the flame effect on the ground that's left behind after flame strike. Because it's not technically an AoE ability, it's like an area that just deals damage. It's like a degen area. Dude, I watched this video on, remember those fucking 4x3 monitors at Jeff's house while we were laying in the bed together, thinking about how we were gonna roll paladins and power level each other in dungeons, dude. Like, honestly, WoW Hobbs was such a
See if this has upgraded quite a bit.
the guy. I remember watching his videos all the time.
Alright, does decent damage now.
within the party. It is already reduced, when clearly with the strategy of these dungeon runs, it's not enough. This would be another change, which there are many with TBC Classic.
There's dead.
To what it was back then, or further away.
Jeez.
My take is that if one truly cares about the leveling and the old world, this is the route that you go down. I do think that some people overstate it and they make it out like literally everyone dungeon power.
That makes sense.
That's just not true. In fact, ever since the announcement of TBC Classic, natural world leveling has seen a resurgence. People are.
Is that really true? Like, I should actually go on to Classic myself and see, because I don't know. Are people actually going out and leveling on their own? Because if they are, maybe I should do it myself. I think that'd be really fun. I'd like to level a new character in Classic. Not really. On some servers, yes. I'll look into it after this if you guys remind me.
Leveling characters in preparation for the Burning Crusade, which, spoiler alert, that's how the game was designed.
Yes.
Guess what? This all disappears as soon as you release the level boost. I just don't get the argument that leveling isn't a big deal because no one is out in the old world. So let's introduce a paid service that further reduces the amount of people in the old world. We all agree that a paid boost is the definition of rubbing cell on the tuner. There's an issue with leveling.
New enemies approaching.
The leveling.
Oh, no.
Not introduce a way to pay to skip it. That's the most destructive game design I've ever heard in my life. Like I said, the community at this point is open to changes.
Yeah.
If you really care about the leveling experience in the game, you would address the disease rather than the symptoms. And not to stay on the same subject too much, this video is about paid boosts, not dungeon power leveling. I just have one final point here though, because again, this is the most common argument I see to bring in boosts. My last point is the fact that the two of them are just inherently different. Power leveling ultimately is a service. You're paying someone in-game currency to do something for you in-game. You see this all the time in some tanking services. Some industrious players notice the shortage of tanks in the game.
Yeah, of course, that's what you do, right? Is like if you're a tank and you've got full fucking, like imagine you've got like fucking max gear. And like, what's your max block value with fucking tier 3? It's like what, 400 or something like that? Like you can literally go into most of these dungeons, you don't even fucking need a healer. And you can just do whatever the hell you want. That's what's so good about this. I know nobody's literally paying attention. Is anybody even watching my fucking, watching the video? Like, holy shit, guys. What is wrong with you? God. Oh.
The effort it takes
I knew the
is
spoofle was a
phenomenal.
mistake.
Exchange
What
for
video?
people will sell summons for gold to save
Yeah.
time for others, while these serves themselves are for debate.
Yeah.
The fact that it's an exchange between players is a natural and healthy part of the economy. While I do think that power leveling brings more value and good, at least it's a service that you buy from another player
I agree.
with in-game currency.
I agree.
You're not swiping your credit card.
You're giving them
and
real
paying
life
Blizzard
money.
to skip a core part inside the
Completely
classic
different.
MMORPG genre. Fixing the leveling instead of neglecting it will do so much good for the game at the same time because it helps with another issue. That's buying.
Oh, okay.
Anyone who's played Classic before will tell you that its biggest problem is bodies. They're everywhere. What Blizzard has been doing for all of Classic is not good because they're pumping an absolutely ridiculous amount of gold into
I
it.
can say thank you, bots, because having to pay like fucking 400 gold for my flask back in like, you know, mid BWL or like AQ whenever they pretended to care about it for a little while, that was so bad. Like the bots, it's great. It's fucking great because I can actually like on Farolina, it's so.
Hey, what up, Nix? How you been, man?
Even now, like how much is a mongoose? It's like it was like 8 gold last time I checked. It's so stupid.
Everything is inflated.
5? Oh, it went down.
Dropping them cheesecakes.
Websites.
It used to only be like
bad,
3.
and the level boost, I believe, will make it worse. Let me explain why. One of the puzzling things about bots, people will often
Completely
tell you
normal
is that
players, by the
they're
way.
so obvious. Gee,
Totally normal.
you're sure a lot of guildless hunters with gibberish names running around. Here's
Yeah,
a
just
few
got nothing to
buckets
play.
of
In
dust
2
left.
days, though,
If you go here, you usually
Media and
find
XL's new
bots
season
that you
starts,
can tell
so
instantly. You repeat the
I'm gonna
same
play
exact
that, be
patterns,
streaming
snap to enemies.
quite a bit the next week,
So,
starting
He
Friday.
walks in and out.
then why
Look
are
at
they
that.
also so plentiful?
Oh my
I'll tell
god.
you one
Hopefully I
reason
can beat this and get
is
Ultimate Weapon
because of
before
power
then.
leveling, there aren't enough people out in the world to find and report them. I don't think it's a coincidence that when power leveling
Be a good
Maybe we should
run-in,
go on, like,
get
a
Ultimate
botting
Weapon, and then
fucking
Friday afternoon
expedition
it
in
starts
Classic WoW and try to
at
find
3
bots
Eastern.
and just report them too. Maybe that's the that's the goal. And we just like go out and we try to find them, and instead of like killing them, a crusade. Yeah. You guys like that idea a lot. Maybe we should do that. That'd be really funny. And Classic's a snooze fest. Well, that's the thing is these people.
Yeah, I didn't play the last Median League, so this would be good. It's like a good break from it.
Make sure they ain't sleep. They're probably, honestly, that dude is asleep. He's sleeping while this bot's fucking leveling it for him. He's killing tigers while this dude's
oh, he's up there.
jacking off on his other computer.
Oh, he was up there.
started to become a norm is when the bots started taking over, and bringing out a paid level boost doesn't bring more people out into the world, it takes them away. So now my idea of nerfing dungeon power leveling sounds a bit better because not only are you bringing people back into the world this way, but you're also recruiting more boots on the ground to actually report them and ban them before they do any significant damage.
I like that.
I'm not saying you would catch every bot.
I like that. That's
There are
smart.
bots that level through dungeons, but there's still a ton.
Harder to do.
You'll find them if you just look. But none of this happens.
Tiger team?
So many people just get past all of this. And if these people
I'm pretty sure if the Tiger team was in charge of this, what they would do is they would change the way the rotation of right click would work. So like instead of it saying cheating at the bottom, they put cheating at the top, and that would make it easier for them. That's what the Tiger team would do.
otherwise not play.
It would take them 6 months, by the way.
World. What kind of gameplay experience are we creating here?
Yeah.
Everyone just skips straight to Outland.
Exactly.
Bots continue to run unchecked.
Nobody cares about the
Don't
other
fix
world.
the leveling. We ignore it.
Exactly.
While we're on the subject of bots, let's tackle the more obvious issue.
What?
Everything that we've had now, let's talk about what will happen if you give everyone the ability to skip to level 58. At least right now, you still have to level up from 1 to the 50-ish range to find enough gold to significantly impact the community. A lot of them don't get caught, but a lot of them also do, I'm sure. I don't know exactly how long it takes.
Gotta line them up.
Unchecked, it might take about a week to level high enough. I'm sure it depends on the bot and its efficiency. It could take a couple days maybe. But that time spent leveling.
This actually does fast track bots. That is so. I did not think about that at all. Fuck.
It's time spent leveling, aka not farming
Get
gold.
wrecked.
Someone on Reddit actually did the math, which I'll derive from here because they actually made a mistake, but they were on the right track. Assuming 10,000 bots across the game, making 1 gold per hour leveling, it takes each bot 200 hours to get to level 58, which I think is a fair estimate. That's 2 million gold and 2 million
Punching
hours of
kitties.
botting. However, bringing in
Ah,
the
damn
boost,
it.
you're already at gold farm bot status, and at this level, you'll be farming 100 gold forever. So let's take that 200-hour investment. Now you've gone from 2 million gold to 200 million gold. But what's that I hear you say? The boost costs money? Well, yeah, they do, but again, using the same post, let's assume gold sells for $15 per thousand gold. So that's $30,000 from gold farmed from 1 to 58. And with boosts, this is 3 million, assuming that the price of the boost is like $40, which I think is also fair. That's a $400,000 investment, and you take that away from 3 million, from the money earned from bottom at 58, you're netting 2.6 million. It's 86 times more effective than leveling from scratch. Jeez.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that is really, really fucking good. I think this is what happens whenever you have, like, for example, you have these boosts. It makes it so much easier for people to just get up to the max level and not have to worry about it at all. It's actually crazy. Because, like, if you can just boost up, you don't have to amortize the value of leveling. You can just make the money immediately.
Goblins weren't kidding.
This is funny, Brad. It
And
sure
just so
is.
you know, I'm doing you a favor here and assuming that people will pay full
It sure
retail
is,
price
Jill.
anyway.
It
They will.
sure
It won't
is.
happen. I won't speak too much of it, but there's a way that's been around for all of vanilla classic, where people can basically be in accounts for $4 a month. And assuming that the boost is $40 still, it's actually around $8.
I don't know how to do that.
method,
I have no
which
idea.
most assuredly will happen because it's been happening for the past year and a half. But regardless of all of that, there's no way that you can argue that starting off at level 58 doesn't give these bots an enormous head start. At least if they level it, you do have time to catch them.
'Cause they're gonna have gear.
Before they do any damage. 58 goes straight into the Blackrock depth.
It's kind of like, you know how, like, a fucking frog will lay their eggs in, you know, like a small little patch of, like, dirt, and then the eggs become tadpoles, and they have to swim out and, like, kind of get into the water? You see what I'm saying? Okay, so, yeah, there's certain frogs that do this. And we could also use, like, was it crabs? That, like, the little baby, no, it's turtles. How about we use turtles? Yeah, a turtle made it to the water, right? And the turtles have to get to the water.
Please
the
die. Nice.
Wizard is the seagulls
Oh, I was just
that
staring at
come
him again.
down and eat the baby turtles. And you actually want this cycle of life to be as cruel as possible. And that way they don't make it to the water, and the water is being able to make money from botting. No, it's true. It's true. That's the cycle of life. I'm serious.
Or just 12 levels for some.
The fuck is Asmongold talking about?
The response to this is usually, well, they won't be able to sell that much gold. Well, putting the
they
argument
will.
that the defense against this is that bots will be able to farm so much gold that they won't know what to do with it aside. I can't help but feel we have a failure of
Because
understanding.
it'll devalue the gold that
here.
people farm
The more
legitimately.
gold that's in the economy, the less it's worth.
Exactly.
200 million is a lot of gold until it is eventually injected into the
Exactly.
economy, which it will slowly but surely because the purchase price will be driven down as it loses value, and sooner or
And that
later
affects
you're in a
casual players.
situation where 1,000 gold now is eventually worth 100 gold, and 10.
Imagine
and 1.
that. That's never
Now
happened
you can
before.
farm your epic flying training by mining a Nagrand for a day because the ore sells for 50 gold a pop. You never have to worry about repairing.
Yep.
Do I still
and
get
the
that
other
thing
gold
where
cells developed naturally
if I
keep the
die, I
economy
get-
in check? It's just one example of probably
Because people are
100
just injecting too much money into the economy. That's exactly what's going to happen.
of why the game wasn't designed for a level boost, at least in the context of how botting has overrun Classic. A lot of people argue this point, saying that, oh, it's too late, the bots have already taken over, so the level boost making it worse won't make a difference. Again, gets into that same issue with power leveling. Why is it that your first response is to immediately give up? Classic is a game that's much more affected by the economy.
Yeah.
Just look at Vanilla. You can gear up a pretty decent character just through the auction house.
Yep.
You have things such as the Lion
Especially now.
Master's Handguards, Titanic Ravens, Cloud Keepers. Consumes, I'm sure you know by now, play a huge role in vanilla ratings.
6
This is still
gold,
true for the
7
Burning
gold.
Crusade. Storm Herald, Lionheart Executioner, Spellcloth.
You actually can't buy Storm Herald because the nether vortexes that you need in order to craft Storm Herald are BOP until the last patch in BC.
And it's not just item availability on the auction house, but rather item availability elsewhere. In current, you can get it for raiding and for difficulties, Mythic Plus, which is available infinitely, to a lesser extent in classes, the Order Hall, PvP gear that is still effective in PvE. There are many more ways, often way more cost effective, to gear your character. And since all of the gear in current is basically the same, since you don't use more secondary stats to use your primary strat, really, who wants to pay hundreds of thousands of gold for an item when there exists 20 clones of it in other activities?
Exactly.
Classic PC, it's raiding, crafting, and PvP oriented gear only for PvP. You have much more power than leveling up and buffing your character to gold compared to current, so it's all the more reason to treat it as delicately as possible. In this aspect, to me, the level boost is the equivalent of letting a bull loose in a china shop. Not just with bottom, by the way, but also with trans.
I think the strongest argument that Mad Season has had for this entire thing has been the idea that the level boost will actually remove the barrier to entry of leveling for bots, and then cause those bots to be able to create negative effects for have those bots create negative effects for the economy much more quickly. I actually think that it's an incredibly big problem that I am assuming Blizzard probably didn't even think of. I bet they didn't even think of this at all. My mom used to make all her money through selling these, by the way, back in the day.
For now, let's just stick on bots. So botting is a big problem. They've been ineffective in controlling it for the past year and a half in Ultima. It makes you think that they magically be more effective in the Burning Crusade.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard the word bot once for this year's BlizzCon at all.
I wonder
the boost
why.
has the potential to turn it from big to huge, and Blizzard will have to catch a new zone for the advanced called Zimbabwe. So right now, this big boost comes out, and the players who use it aren't put under 10 times the amount of scrutiny as other players. This is exactly what'll happen. There are a lot of farms that you can do right from 58. You can even do them all naked.
Oh, come on.
Putting old world materials aside, because they will still have value, unless they release the profession boost token. You have things such as BRV pickpocketing, to name just one. In fact, let's have a little exercise. Go in-game and do /foo rogue Blackrock deaths. And tell me how many guildless rogues you've seen in your 24/7.
I actually want to try this.
Bothers right now.
Yeah.
Just rubbing their hands and looking at the big boost.
I want to try this.
Gee, thanks for saving me the trouble of
I wonder how
leveling.
bad
You
it
can
is.
get straight to it now. And let's be honest here, this issue goes beyond botting.
I remember watching this one too.
In
This is
general,
Stairway to
cheaters,
Heaven.
if the time investment for re-entry is short, are more likely to cheat.
Oh.
Getting banned would suck, but if you
I can see that guy's good at the game.
Okay, so
That's why
apparently
he
the last
understands
elixir
how
does
to-
not
how to
work
get all the way up there. People that are below
on
is bad.
the hard mode,
right back into it, it's not
which is
as big
super
of a deal.
annoying.
Cheaters are bad enough, but now we're setting up a new
All the way back here? Are you fucking kidding me?
It's just me, but
Oh my
it's
god.
possible that we're going in the wrong direction here.
They've been fly hacking for a week now. I've been watching.
That was a
them for over
costly
week.
trial of something.
And a week later, they're still here.
You know, maybe if Blizzard would have shown that they were capable of actually controlling otters, hackers, lead hackers, fly hackers, and such level, that would be one thing.
Yeah.
The simple truth is, they didn't.
They didn't.
Botting and cheating hasn't been addressed in several months, not one week from BlizzCon. So how's the community supposed to have any level of confidence that this level boost won't take an already huge problem and amplify it 10 times over?
Dead worlds are unhealthy for MMOs. That's very true.
Let's tackle the next steps.
Like Blizzard actually solved this problem a lot with cross-realm zones. Like they solved this problem really well with cross-realm zones, and they just made it to where like you're always around other people. It was actually smart for them to do that. I'm actually a fan of CRZ to an extent, but not the extent that Blizzard implements it.
I've now realized that I've done this video out of order because this should have been one of the first things I mentioned. That's the fact that, doesn't it just seem unhealthy to you that in a game with 47 zones, where 90% of the player base is loaded into just 7 of them,
Yeah.
leveling serves as a barrier for more than just gold making. It's a way to spread players around the world.
thought I dodged that one. Alright.
Again, another reason why dungeon farming has hurt the game. Once more though, to solve this, we should introduce a way to skip it more effectively.
Oops.
We should fix it by actually fixing it. But again, the boost just completely destroys that, and everyone immediately goes through the dark portal. Some people say that because Ultima is restricted, that this won't happen, which will be true in the pre-patch when they're released.
It literally doesn't matter because they're going to. It does not matter at all. Like it's only slightly different.
There's going to be a ton of overworld activity.
Yeah.
I like to use ejaculation as an analogy. Though.
Okay.
There's this initial burst of activity.
Yeah.
But then DR kicks in extremely quickly. And before you know it, you're shooting blanks. The sperms are all paladins and shamans. And shortly after this, much like my sex, the old world will die.
Yeah.
And again, how long do you really think that these restrictions will stick? The old world is a part of BC.
Okay,
I don't know where
I
people
like it.
got this notion.
Yeah, I
that
like
just
it.
because
That makes
BC
sense.
comes out, that the old world suddenly doesn't exist. Like it's vanished out of thin air. This is the world of Warcraft, not the world of Outland. And even
Just like that's such a good point because that's exactly what Blizzard does now with every expansion. I was actually really happy to see them not do that as much in Legion. I think Legion was a really great example of Blizzard adding extra things, and BFA to a lesser extent, right, with the new Darkshore and stuff like that. But, you know, integrating the legendary quest lines into the old world. And now, why would you ever leave the Shadowlands? You're just playing the same 5 zones, period. That was one of the criticisms I had even of BC, is that it felt like BC just like invalidated everything that was in Classic. It didn't feel like an expansion, it felt like a replacement.
putting the unhealthiness of 40 times from those towns aside, this causes other issues with layering. If you thought that layering was bad in the Vanilla Classic launch, wait until you see your entire server with boosts loaded directly into an expansion that's one-tenth the size of its predecessor.
One zone.
This part will happen regardless at launch.
One fucking zone.
All the people who told me that actually leveling would help.
What is hitting me?
The paid boost, you're just adding on top of it. Outland, I wouldn't be surprised if on higher population servers it reaches like 30 layers. No joke. Which is an issue for me because how am I ever going to get on Asmon layer now? On a serious note though, can I get an invite to Kazakh on layer 32 please?
Yeah. Dude, TVC is gonna be so stupid. Like, I really hope, like, my plan right now with TVC is, like, I'm gonna play it a lot for, like, the first, like, 3 to 4 weeks. I'll do, like, some content creating, like, Karazans, maybe, like, some shit like that. And, like, I'm deciding if we're gonna revive all of the Olympuses or not. I don't know if we... Oh, I don't know if we should or not. Can you imagine that? Like, reviving all of the Olympuses. No shot, special Olympus, yeah, everything.
My next point is, what target audience are we really trying to get here?
I don't know why Torgal's staring at that other door so intently.
Want to play with their friends,
Unless I'm just going by myself.
forced to level
Oh yeah, I
through
do go by myself.
Again, leveling is an important thing in classic MMOs. Just because there are players who dislike it doesn't mean it's a bad thing that shouldn't be in the game.
I
It
loved
certainly
leveling in
become less
Classic, it
important
was
in
fun.
the current game because more of the content is focused on that end game. There are a ton of different things to do at end game and current. Sometimes too much in my opinion. And leveling is more of a side attraction at this point. I mean, look how fast you can do it with Pokemon pet battles.
Wait, really?
If you hustle through questing through a starting zone, and then you knock out the rest through pet battles, you can get into Shadowlands in under 4 hours, and that's anybody. As long as you have a couple good max level pets, anyone can get out into Shadowlands in 4 hours. If you hustle.
Is this in the game now? Yo, I love pet battles. We love pet battles. I'm gonna do it today.
It is a little outdated as it's been nerfed.
God
It's now
damn
closer to 8 to 12 hours, but damn, that's pretty good with never even having to enter combat. Clearly,
Shit,
it
man.
just turns this stupid thing to a complete side attraction.
Wow.
Hazelnut in the game as far as I'm concerned. Start everybody at level 50, so it's no surprise that these recent players are coming in. They look like the whole world, like, fuck that. But because it's more of a major thing, gas, the Ma, raids on 4 difficulties, mythics, world quests, PvP of course, order hall, some currency system, run system, story quests, achievement hunting, pet, transmog, mile collecting, I'm sure more than I'm missing. In the Burning Crusade, we have PvP, heroics, raids, and the attunement for them. That's it. So, underneath all of this, well, what I'm getting at is that the boost is designed for my gaming, the level is a distraction. It was not designed for a game where leveling is a bigger chunk of the player's content because there isn't as much endgame to keep players busy. Thus, you're letting people skip a huge part of the game in the context of a classic MMORPG.
I completely agree with that because leveling was the game. Like most people in Classic didn't even hit 60. Like in Classic WoW, I think a lot of people probably they got 60 and then they stopped playing the game shortly after because they were fucking done with it. They were bored. Like leveling is actually a really good part of the game. It's the best part of the game. That was me, yeah.
That the game begins at the high levels, and leveling is indeed this unimportant distraction that's meant to be skipped over. There are players who, because they find the leveling experience incurrent dull, maybe they think it's ridiculous that you can level to 50 in one day of pet battles, so they come to Classic instead to fill that void. The first thing they see is a paid level 58 boost. How's this player going to react? I know that many of you just refuse to believe it, but there are players who actually enjoy the leveling in Classic. People are already nostalgic of Classic's launch. Even though it was only a year and a half ago, everyone seems to mention how awesome it was to see so many people leveling up.
It would have been, dude, I would have had so much fun leveling and playing in Classic WoW if I didn't play on a PvP server. Like, it actually would have been the best time ever. I totally ruined my experience by playing on a PvP server. It sucks. Like, there were so many, I can't think of a single thing. Some of the Blackrock Mountain fights were cool at max level, but other than that, it was always just like an annoyance. It was so unfun, man. It was so fucking unfun. I would have had so much more fun if I had just played on the server.
The world is active like this. You feel like you're part of this big experience. Working with others, competing against others. It feels like a game.
That's my raid.
Crazy, huh?
That's my raid.
Your friends are you have a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
You know that people
Oh, come on.
What's the point? With the level boost, your accomplishment is that you swiped a credit card.
Big money.
Clicked
Big
a button,
money.
and generated a level 58 template. Whoa. What a journey. Someone better tell Joker his world record has been broken. Look how fast I can hit. And what's more, if we're talking about this casual player, which again is the target demographic according to Blizzard, the casual player's game time is much more heavily favored than leveling.
Exactly.
They don't raid.
Because it's more on rails.
So if they can't be bothered with leveling, they may as well not even be bothered with the game, period.
Exactly.
I'm all for bringing in more players for the help of the game, but the target demographic for the boost is so skewed and contradictory. It brings a negative element that everyone has to deal with. The demographic that I predict will maybe stick around anyways. The idea is that they want to buy the boost because leveling is too time consuming, or maybe it's too grindy or unfun.
Alright, man.
Those players are in for a surprise because if they can't level from 1 to 58, how in the hell are they even going to finish
I was about to say that, dude. Like, farming out all this shit. Look at that.
The attunement for BC is absolutely huge.
It's big dick.
If we're talking pre-arc here, to attune to the Black Temple, you have to attune to Mount Hyjal. And to attune to Mount Hyjal, you have to attune to the Serpent Shrine and Tempest Keep.
Gotta get that key.
To attune to the Tempest Keep, you have to complete a lengthy quest chain that requires you to clear through 4
I'm so screwed.
4 factions, but to zone into the heroic dungeons, you have to grind these 4 factions to revere. To zone into Serpent Shrine, you have to attune to Karazhan,
I like this, to be honest. I like the way that they had all the attunements and everything in TVC. You know, ironically, it reminds me of Valheim. So, like, in Valheim, each boss that you kill unlocks a different level of progression. So, like, for example, whenever you kill Motor, you unlock the Artisan Table, which allows you to make the Blast Furnace and the Windmill, which allows you to make Black Metal Gear. Whenever you kill Bone Mass, it gives you, does Bone Mass give you, how many Bone Mass gives you? I don't remember offhand. but I know like Elder gives you the swamp key, and so then you can go and like look at nodes. The wish, yeah,
I have to use
Bone
this
Magic
now.
is the wishbone that lets you, you know, mine for silver. So I in a way, Valheim has these same kind of attunements, and I think that's actually a really cool way of gating the game. Yeah, it's natural progression.
There's another lengthy question. You know what I mean? Remember, they also nerfed leveling a little bit in BC. Each level requires about 15% less experience compared to vanilla. So I think the 1 to 58 grind is comparable to Ultima in BC. Honestly, leveling is probably more time consuming, but I think it's in the same way.
Yeah, maybe.
Even putting that aside, the raids in BC might be pretty damn tough. It was confirmed that we're getting the pre-nerf versions of these bosses, which went unkilled.
The raids in TBC are going to make Nax look like a joke. But to be fair, Mythic Castle Nathria is going to make the raids in TBC look like a joke. Like, this is not going to be anywhere near the difficulty of, like, any farm. But it will be a lot harder than Classic.
Like 99% player base back then. More knowledge.
He does basically have a spinning back fist.
Understanding each boss fight, these mechanics, and furthermore, especially in the context of re-release.
Can't see his health bar because the video's in the way.
Worst enemy is stagnation, right? Eventually, you will quote complete the game, and you're not expect to do it. It's unique in the fact that it's an MMO with a primary.
Apparently not dead yet.
That's what everybody's been telling me for the past 2 years. So why now is it suddenly okay to start paying to skip content and move people along more quickly to that finish line if you're rationalizing a level boost because it takes time for someone? You're directly developing against one of the biggest weaknesses of your game. It'll cause players to finish the game faster, and therefore it will stagnate faster.
Exactly.
The level boost isn't part of the design. If someone won't play TBC Classic because they don't have enough time to level, and it's too grindy, a level boost just...
It's like the same thing, man. It's like imagine you go to like a fucking place that sells hot wings, and you're like, man, everything here is always so hot. Man, why is everything in the hot wings place so hot? This is crazy. Why can't they just do normal wings at the hot wings?
Yeah, I swear, if he isn't dead after this. You're kidding me.
Well, what's the problem then if this is gonna quit? Surely that doesn't affect you, does it? Well, no, it doesn't, but this other stuff in this video does. So, I answer your question with another question. If nothing is gained but money for Blizzard, then why does it exist? It only brings bad stuff in that case. But maybe the problem isn't starting from scratch. Maybe the problem is starting from scratch behind everyone else.
Okay.
Maybe the reason why people want to skip leveling so they can just get in there and play with their friends.
Yeah.
After all, what's the whole point of multiplayer?
This is ridiculous. How is... Let me move this freaking video.
Right? I get the question, is it too late
Where
to
is
start
he?
Classic all
As
the
far as
time?
how this gets
Because
hurt.
understandably so. It sucks to pick up the game when everyone's level 60 and 100. People don't want to start behind and level for one. This is an issue I can get behind. But first, can you just think
Jesus
about
Christ,
the
finally.
back then?
That was insane.
I don't know, this seemed to work out pretty well for them,
Sure
don't you
did.
think? Starting from behind is an
Dear
unavoidable
God.
downside of MMOs, since MMOs have existed, and if it were really as big of a problem as people
New
are
Game
making
Plus
out
hard
to be,
mode is
why is it that
hard.
inherent with its many different ways to catch up, such as these new loot islands, or scaled up gear from every other
Funny how that
ability,
works.
or I don't know, level boosts,
Yeah.
that it still to this day has struggles keeping players subscribed.
Because the game is, the thing is, like, he's right. He's
If
right.
you
but
only
also
type
people
stuff
play
with
games
T.
differently now. People are just so much better and faster at playing games now. It's
I mean, that's not even the long part of the
if you wanna
battle either.
figure out how
But
to, it's metagaming. Like it's like hardcore.
at least I don't
like,
need my potions for the next
it's
part.
like metagaming.
Oh, that's right. You don't do it
You
yet.
guys have no idea how big it is.
I forgot
because,
this.
like every game now, if you want to
Kupka's
figure
like
out
fucking
how to kill,
a
like,
two-part
any
thing.
boss in a video game. Like let me just look at this is just a random thing. How to kill Guardian. Let's see. Let's look at fucking Nameless King. Look at all these.
So you're basically gonna make a Dark Souls game?
Okay. So you see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, yeah.
What do you
People
murder?
just play
What's this
games
guy
differently now, and
give?
they're just better at video games. People, the general competency for video games is way higher now than it was 15 years ago.
Throughout all of this, it still has retention issues. They hide their sub numbers, obviously, and redefined what success means for them.
Yeah.
But the consistent server merges speak pretty loudly, I think. When you allow people to skip this hurdle,
I'd play a Final Fantasy style Dark Souls game.
high turnover rate because they're not as invested.
I guess now that they're going full action, it's not that much of a stretch anymore.
Though fewer, you'll have more of a chance to stick because of the time and effort required to get on the same
It's a
footing
healthier,
as
yeah, it's a
everyone
healthier
else.
community.
And this includes not only gearing, but also leveling, especially in the context of Classic. It's how they built their player base in the first place. It's short-term gain versus long-term gain. Again, referencing here that I feel like Blizzard makes money in ways that are destructive to their games these days. But as I said,
They do. I think they exhume money from their IPs now. It's like you're withdrawing integrity from the game. You are withdrawing quality from the game, and they make money at the expense of the game. And
Flawless
that's what I
maps.
worry
How do I get that? I'm confused. Should I already have that?
And I can always get behind the idea of making it easier to play with friends because it just amplifies the experience many times over. So for the sake of constructiveness, I offer a healthier solution.
Okay, what is
Fresh PC servers are such a huge request that I'm very surprised that they confirmed
Maybe that is what
that
you get from the
they'll be out
flan.
at lunch. Due to the aforementioned botting issue.
Alright, well, let's go
which
kill the
made it
flan
easier to
anyways.
control it, there are those
I need
who
the
won't play
experience.
unless fresh servers come out. People want fresh PC, and although I'm not sure everyone is willing to reroll, if one of the
Where is
reasons
he?
to bring out the boost is so people can play with friends, I think this is a way more healthy alternative to get new players into the game. Everyone's
It's just such a massive barrier to entry to like ask people that have already leveled in Classic to do the entire thing over again. But I guess like if you here's the thing though, is like if they did a server like this, then only the people that would want to would play on that server. So it's not like it's either or. Like you could have both, like what he's saying here. And it wouldn't even, it wouldn't even matter.
Oh, it's right there.
I don't know.
He
would you
is-
guys want to play on a fresh server, or would you want to play on like a progression server? Because for me, I think I'd probably want to play on a progression server.
Oh, he's right there.
That's the truth. Because I've already leveled up my fucking character. I've already done that, and I don't want to have to deal with it all
Alright, man.
over again.
Actually, I'll be back soon.
But if I hadn't leveled before, if I've like never played before, then yeah, I'd want to play on fresh too. Yeah, I already
starts
done
out
it.
together, and you're knocking out two birds with one stone.
Y'all can
because
poll it
so
if you
many
want.
people were let down by
Sure.
the news of no fresh. If not enough people playing is a big worry, you can balance that out with the people that you lose by removing the boost and gaining the ones who are going to quit if they don't release fresh PC. Which to me, based off of my channel feedback and the forums I've been reading, it's a substantial number. If you're one of these people, by all means, let your voices be heard.
I really don't think that people are not going to play TVC because of some of the botting stuff. Like, I really just, I think that like that number is so small, it's irrelevant.
I have friends who loved everything they heard about TVC Classic. They loved the pre-nerf stuff,
True.
Paladin seals,
True.
no world buffs.
Big.
But they're not playing because they don't want to play in a broken economy. Some have over 100 days playtime. And that's really the crux of this video, is that there are more healthy ways of solving these issues that are used as reasons to bring in a paid service.
Officially endorsed gold buying. Dude, I remember one time, so fucking my mom back in TVC, she would make all of her money through alchemy. And she was a transmute master, which means that she could fucking my mom. Shut up, man. Like, you know how I talk. You know that's not what I meant. You know that, dude. Listen, she fucking was playing Burning Crusade, and she was a transmute master. And there was one time that she if you're a transmute master, you can proc extra things whenever you do a transmute. Like instead of making 1, you make 3. There was one time that she procced 5 primal mites out of 1. I remember she was like, Zach, get in here. Get in here, quick. Quick, look at this. She was so happy. It was such a big fucking day, man. Yeah, get the camera. I probably have a screenshot of it.
On to the next point, gold buying is also always
they send me
an
these
issue in
mail too.
MMOs.
Like I get the
How
same
would you
shit.
feel if I told you that the level boost is indirectly an officially endorsed way to buy gold? Transmute alts are very powerful in Classic.
Oh wow.
I used them to fund my rank 14 grind. For those who don't know, certain professions
True
have
and
these
real.
transmutes that you can only do once per day.
Real and
or every
true.
few days to turn not so useful items into useful items.
Yes.
And because it's on a cooldown, they're worth money, and you see in trade chat all the time, people
Yep.
selling their transmutes.
Yep.
They don't even have the materials. The buyer provides that.
Yep.
They just buy
They
the
just click the
cooldown.
button.
That's it. BC, of course, also has these transmutes. Spell Cloth, Primal Might, Primal Moon Cloth, and more. To learn the recipe
Not
for these
fucking loud.
transmutes, though, you have to have a certain character level.
74%
Developers
fresh.
recognized back then if people could just train these professions right out the gate, it would break the
Fresh is
fragile
hype.
balance of these profession cooldowns.
I didn't expect it that hype.
For the important vanilla stuff, it's level 35 to train up to 300 skill.
Damn.
And for the Burning Crusade stuff, it's 50 to train up to 375.
Oh, so you can do
which,
it
of
all the
course,
way
you're
with the
good to
boost.
Go with the paid 58 boost.
Yeah.
You do still need to level the actual profession.
That's
of
a huge
course,
investment,
but the bulk
though.
of the work is done.
Yeah.
It's just another example of how the game wasn't designed for a paid level boost. It's a package deal that indirectly also brings in gold buying. So my question
This is actually a really good insight that he brings up. I never thought of this.
to you is, after playing Vanilla Classic for a year and a half, do you honestly think that the community wouldn't exploit this to its fullest extent? Like, this is the Classic community we're talking about here.
Yeah.
These are people who will raid log their characters for 6 days with world buffs, level an alt of
I still have my character with the Dark Moon Fair buff.
Run like the wind.
Because I might raid next week, and I didn't come into raid last week.
same class so they can actually play the game, but end up doing
I'm
the same
still
thing with
sitting on
that alt, funny enough. You have players running over a dozen accounts, camping each and every Black Lotus spawn in an entire zone.
10 gil. Sweet.
Not that there's necessarily
Massive
anything
money.
wrong with min-maxing
That's
and
good.
parsing itself.
Thank God I went on the way to
That's what
grab
you like,
that.
That's what you like, and you
It
guys
is
know my
fun.
opinions on world buffs. But the point I'm making
What's
here
this?
is that the Classic community is the definition of min-max. They don't min-max, they are min-max. And they do
I think classic WoW players are more min-max than retail WoW players, which is kind of fucking funny whenever you think about how easy the raids are.
anything and everything to eke out every last percentage of advantage that they can possibly get. So do you really think that they wouldn't
I
buy
think
new accounts
in my normal
so they can
playthrough,
pass
he was one of the few hunt
1%
bosses that actually killed me once.
transmute alts? And this is
So he might actually be...
$20 a month. Assuming that the boost is 40 or $8 still, it's 55 or 12 as an entry fee, and 15 or 4 months depending on the player. Like I said earlier in the video, to some that's a lot, but to others it's nothing, which creates an unnatural discrepancy between players who have more or less disposable income. I already know that you're going to say that people buy Golden Classic anyways.
They do.
Again,
That's true.
the same give up and fold mentality that people
Yeah,
just give up. That's the solution.
Rules exist for a reason, and the failure in enforcement doesn't warrant an officially endorsed optimization of the game across the board. Another point that people bring up is the fact that not everyone will buy the boost, or very few people will buy gold through the multiple account transmute alt method. Only a small percentage of players will. Well, first, I don't think that's necessarily true. Two, even if it is a small percentage, are we really still at the point where we can say that in a multiplayer game, a small percentage of the player base doing something doesn't have a massive effect on everyone else? Even putting all of the other points I made in this video aside, only a fraction of the population multi-bots, and I don't know, it seemed like it affected the
Oh, that's gonna hit me. That's gonna hurt.
Such fucking dude, multi-boxing? I thought that was so funny whenever they got rid of multi-boxing. I really did. I thought that was so funny. Because you had these people that like invested thousands of dollars, and now it's worth nothing. They're just spending a bunch of extra money just to get an advantage in the game. What a bunch of losers.
Botting as well. Like I said, they're a big issue, but are they the majority of the player base? Of course not. They're still a percentage of the player base. Do you really feel like bots have an impact on the game?
Why isn't he staggering?
Considering the vendor prices of 2 gold. That much you reckon? You wait till lower.
3.5 gold. I'm pretty sure it's on my server.
4 gold, 99 silver. You got right. A righteous orb. For 5 gold.
They used to be like
The only
25.
thing the real-time prices of items go up after a ban wave, or instead they have a pretty big impact.
Yeah,
It's
why
gonna
does
be
that
some
happen?
good stagger damage.
When did we
This might be my
start
highest stagger damage ever.
privilege to pay Blizzard to allow us to skip critical parts of their game? Leveling is character progression in the context of classic.
Yup, by quite a bit actually. I don't think I've ever broken 100,000.
Integrity. I see the whole thing as arbitrary anyways. The main reason Blizzard brought out was that it's just people can find leveling boring and too time consuming to be bothered with it. But you can say that with just about anything. The attunement is time consuming. All of my friends are attuned and I can't go into the same raids as them. Where's the boost for that? Farming gold is time consuming.
Oh,
Grinding.
I remember that.
And
I
dead.
fucking remember that shit. Because I had
Alright, maybe
I had
it
one
isn't
of my
now.
characters, I couldn't take
I
it
probably
into
just
carry
sucked
land.
back then.
That is a fucking... That is a true... They got rid of the attunement? Well, they would fake...
2.08
them out. And they made them a
million
little bit more relaxed,
experience.
but they didn't get rid of attunements until, like,
Jesus.
the very
I got
end.
2 levels for that.
Fucking pre-patch.
Holy shit.
They got rid of the attunements. Yeah, 2.4. Yeah. Like, I thought attunements were a good idea. Like, I like attunements if they're
shit.
account-wide. Account-wide attunements, I love.
I'm glad I ended up doing that instead of just moving the story along.
Why should we be forced to do it? I already farmed to get my flying mount once. There's no reason to force me to do it again.
True and
Let's
real.
bring out the WoW token.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay, that was a mouthful. Can you tell I care about the game yet? And hell, I think you too if you made it this far.
Yeah.
Whatever you think about all of this, if nothing else, I think we can agree that we do all care about it. We just see it in different ways. In summary, I do see the good in the boost. More players are always better, but I believe it to be short term because it'll lead Classic down a road that caused players to quit the game to begin with.
Yeah.
I think if you really believe that these restrictions will be in place forever, I got a bridge with your name on it that I'd like to sell to you. I think that there are much more healthy solutions for the problems that people are using as a reason to bring out the boost. If people skip past leveling anyways by paying for power leveling, or if dungeon XP further when there's a higher level in the party or something to that effect. If people don't want to start behind their friends, release fresh servers, and give them the option to start together. This is a compromise. Of course, there will be those who aren't willing to reroll, but hey, it's an option. There's already a huge demand for it, so why not?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds weird.
What's my health
but,
at
like,
now?
this
It's
whole
gotta be close to,
video,
like,
the one thing
4,000,
that
right?
it did is it made me want to re-level in fucking
Nope.
Classic.
Not even close, but
Just like thinking
getting
about
there.
it and everything, it's just like, oh man, remember like that was back in the day, and you're leveling up your character, and then just like seeing him run around with like that shitty armor on and everything. Like, yeah, it did. Like, I remember I actually talked to Mad Season before he made this video. Let me see. I'll expose the DMs. Okay. Okay, I will show you guys the screenshot of the fucking DMs I had with them after this, okay?
BC server? Really? Not one? These options revitalize the old world, get more boots on the ground to report botters, and give friends a chance to play together, all at the same time, keeping Classic World of Warcraft classic. The level boost gives friends a chance to play together more easily, as one doesn't need to reroll nor re-level, but at the same time, it causes irreversible damage to the game in my opinion. In my eyes, it creates more problems than it solves, and opens up the door to all manner of cash shop services. Now, will the boost be enough to make me stop playing? I don't think so.
No,
I'm still
it's
hyped
not
for
that
the
big of a
game,
deal.
man. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. I think Blizzard has done a really good job with a lot of this other stuff. And I think it's going to be a rootin' tootin' good time all around. And hey, maybe that's what they're counting on.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I do feel like at the end of the day, it's all pissing in the wind. Do I really think they'll change their minds?
I hope they
Probably
do,
not.
but I don't think they
I wish
will.
they would. And
I
trust
agree
me,
with that.
This is something I love to be wrong on. but probably not. And just to let you guys know, right now is your only shot, because once this thing is in the game, it's in there forever.
It's never
because
going
once
away.
people start buying it,
Yep.
they have the excuse of, well, gee guys, our hands are tied. We can't just let some people buy the boost and then just stop offering it.
Oh,
Come on,
God.
that wouldn't be fair. So rest assured, no matter how much damage this causes, once it's in,
I think you can make a new sword.
it would be a good move.
Oh, man,
Seriously,
this is
how much
so
respect
sad.
would Blizzard get if they announced that? You know what? This isn't classic.
Yep.
Leveling is character progression.
It is.
And people wanted to skip it back then in the original release, and we didn't let that happen because it would have hurt the game back then, and it would hurt the game today. You see that big statue outside of your building? The one with the first of your 8 core values? The one that says gameplay first. I'm just saying that if you guys tasked me with creating one of the best games of all time, my first thought wouldn't be to offer you a paid service to skip over a major part
Over
of
the
that
gameplay.
game. And I find it pretty
Now instead of gameplay first, it's skip to gameplay first.
ironic that people are lauding one of the very
Yeah.
features, and the game must adapt
Simple.
to me mindset that caused them to quit Current in the first place. If nothing else,
How the fuck do I get down there?
That Mad Season show does not approve.
Oh, yeah, the
It's that
elevator.
It's a bad move that'll hurt the game. The cash shop is something I've been very vocal about in Current, so I feel like I had to share that with Classic as well. A lot of people will reply with "stop crying," but guess what? Classic wouldn't exist in the first place if people didn't quote "stop crying" about it.
You think you do, but you don't.
Great games are made from criticism, not from people who refuse to acknowledge that there's more than one side to a discussion.
The funny thing about that, look at Jay. Look at Jay. Look how happy he is. Look how brown his hair is. His hair is completely brown, not gray at all. Now look at Jay. That's the difference between being a developer and being the fucking president. Like, that dude's got solid gray hair now. He's so fucking stressed out, probably all the time, constantly. Sucks.
This video and the whole situation in particular has really left me feeling burnt out.
What, aging?
So much so that I think I'm gonna
That's
take
a lot of
bit
aging.
a mini break here. Nothing too crazy, maybe just a week or two away from it because I do feel a bit drained. I mean, this is a 1-hour video of an unpleasant subject to me. Out of the 630 videos on my channel, this is the only one I didn't want to make. But I made it because I doubt very much that you guys are subscribed to me because I'm afraid to share my true feelings, regardless of how they're received. Classic has had its problems, like I said, but I mean, you can't argue with
there's
that.
no-
We put 150 days into it since its release.
I feel like this would be
Clearly,
quicker.
Overall, I've had a great time with it. I've met a lot of like-minded people, and I'm lucky to say that. I've made good friends through it. It's had a very positive effect
been a
on
positive,
my life.
yeah.
And no matter what else I've said in this video, I want to give a big thank you to not only the devs, but you, the viewer, as well, for giving me your time, as you've done so many times. But you gotta look at it from my perspective. I've slowly watched over the course of 16 years one of my favorite hobbies of all time turn into something that I have little to no interest in.
Sad.
That itself is bad enough, but to see that happen twice, to see the start of it going down this old familiar road of, oh, I don't have enough time to level, so the game itself and everyone else playing it must adapt to me. That really sucks, and I feel pretty comfortable in saying that I think I speak for a lot of people on that one.
I agree.
Again, you may say it's not a big deal, that I'm over-exaggerating it. All I have to say to that is I have 16 years of experience under my belt.
I actually didn't think that it was a big deal until Mad Season brought up the point of botting and how much this removed the fixed cost of investing into a bot. Like, now that he brought up the point of botting, I actually think that this boosting thing is bad. Like, everything else about it, I think it's like a wash, right? Like, who gives a fuck? But the botting part is genuinely harmful. Like, this is genuinely bad. And it's like, you ever have like a lot of hope in something and you're like, oh, you know, maybe this time it's gonna be different. Well, we've had that with bots and Blizzard for 16 years. It's not. It's gonna be the same motherfucking shit. They're gonna not pay attention to it. They're gonna do a ban wave. People are gonna be like, oh, that's nice. And then 3 days later, it's gonna be an issue again. And that's it. That's what I'm worried about. It enables faction transfers. It's different than that, okay? They did get rid of multi-boxing, true. Blizzard does do some things right. Dealing with botting is just not one of them.
16 years of history of the game becoming what it is, and you have the word of a company who's already gone back on their word multiple times.
Yeah.
I just don't see how you can look at this laundry list of issues and say, you know what, I'm okay with the old world being abandoned.
9%
9% of the server going straight to an expansion that's 1/10 the size of its predecessor. I'm okay with the volume going from bad to horrible.
Yeah.
I'm okay with creating an ideal environment for cheaters. I'm okay with people being able to indirectly buy gold. I'm okay with Blizzard saying that the target audience for this boost are those who don't have a high-level character, yet the boost is available for purchase to everyone, even those with 60s already. I'm okay with creating in-game advantages based off of real-life wealth disparities. I'm okay with leveling remaining in a poor state. Instead of fixing it, Blizzard is allowing us to just pay to skip it. I'm okay with speeding players closer to stagnation in a game whose worst enemy is stagnation. And I'm okay to opening Pandora's box to all manner of cash shop services, because Blizzard now has approval to offer you services that you deem to be too time-consuming, grindy, or fun, and that if Blizzard can say that, oh, people don't want to level, so we're giving them the ability to pay to skip
Ouch.
it, and you support that,
Yeah.
that means that they can say it for literally anything in the game, and it's all for this demographic of player who struggle to even play the game, because if they don't have time to level, they don't have time to do the time-consuming or grindy.
It's like, I don't have time to level. I have to get in to do a 3-hour fucking heroic, so I can unlock another 3-hour fucking heroic, so I can do the 4th 3-hour heroic, so I can do the 7-hour raid. But I don't have time to level.
Things that are required to even play PC at a very basic level. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Peace.
So here's what Matt Season and I said. Here's what I said to him. You know, pick up streaming again for TBC and Mr. Action my videos. Like, yes. Curious to your thoughts on level boost. Funny to see people advocate for the same things that made them want to classic in the first place. Since I have a lot to say. I said, thank God. That'll be an entire stream. There it is. That'll be an entire fucking stream.
Yeah, I've been getting bit in the legs quite a bit when I go out to smoke. It's so annoying.
Wasn't planning on making this, folks. However, to say that the last week has been an unexpected surprise would be an understatement. I noticed that a video I made almost a year ago now had received a sudden increase in views of 2,100%.
Wow!
When I saw the top comment, I knew immediately what had happened.
What was it?
You know, folks, it's a very strange experience to watch someone watch you, who you've been watching for a long time.
Oh, look
Back
at
in
that.
the day, I was a massive WoW achievement hunter. the sort
Jeez,
of
what a
player who just
loser.
had to get everything. I first discovered Asmongold around 2015, as I used to create by far the most straightforward and easy to follow achievement guides that the sort of player who just had to get everything. I first discovered Asmongold around 2015, as I used to create by far the most straightforward and easy to follow achievement guides.
Damn. Yo.
Damn.
True and real. Like,
There's
I'm
some
gonna tell you guys, like,
strong-ass
those videos were
mosquitoes.
Still, I did. It was a long time ago, man. That was 7 fucking years ago. And that's what it was. I still use them. Well, I mean, they're the best. It makes sense. Absolutely.
That there were available. Now, I don't
Yeah.
use Twitch, mostly as I find Twitch chat to be the most annoying thing mankind has ever invented.
Yeah.
Pog champ! However,
True.
I can't deny that, clearly, it's a very popular platform.
It sure is.
And so, much like how I have to thank Asmongold for helping me get the Glory of the Firelands Raider achievement at 5 o'clock in the morning 7 years ago, I also have to thank him for
Fuck
bringing
yeah.
what would have been yet another forgotten production of mine in front of over 500,000 people.
It was a lot of
Truth
fucking
be
people.
told, I had completely forgotten all about this video. It was just
I find this to be funny, you know, like all the times people bring up about how React content is bad and, oh, React content sucks, it's so bad. Look at this. Isn't it crazy how it's not true again?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's pretty
what a
dope.
Just a bit
day.
of creative writing I made out of frustration. I was, and still am, baffled to see it receive such a positive response.
Yeah, it was
From
great.
Urban Dictionary definitions
I love
to
this.
German news articles.
Hey, what'd you just say?
It's been very interesting.
Say what?
What'd you just say?
About what?
You say what a day?
Yeah.
You don't say that.
Why?
Do I get up here and say, "What's up, y'all? It's me." No, I don't say that. That's my line. Don't fucking say that. That's my fucking line. You stick to your line. I got my line.
Okay.
Read all your comments, as well as see the Google Trends spike for the SoCal Lady Killer.
Holy shit.
However, this whole thing has admittedly put me in a bit of an awkward situation.
What's that?
You see, over the last few days, I've been inundated with request after request to make more creepypastas, just like Stone Talon. And my response to that is, no.
Good idea.
You see, the reason why you enjoyed Stone Talon wasn't just because of the writing,
because it was unexpected.
but simply because you didn't
Yeah, I was
know
gonna say,
whether
it's
it
kind of
was
weird just to
true
see a pigeon
or
out there.
not.
Exactly.
Had I told you the truth right at the start,
Exactly.
you would have all Alt F4'd out of there in Guinness
We're
World Record time.
Yep.
Only
Make no mistake,
15 minutes out of the
I could easily
city, and
write
I
a
don't
ton
even think
more
I've seen a
stories
pigeon this
like
far
it.
out.
The Butcher of Badlands, the Rapist of Redridge, the Molester of Loch Madan. But it simply wouldn't be the same.
No.
As deep down, you'd know the truth.
That's true.
Not only that, but I don't even play WoW anymore.
Do it up.
Which
What?
I'm pretty sure doesn't really require an explanation. Seeing what was once my favorite game, community, and company devolve into the...
I love hearing this from just like a random guy. Just like, this isn't some kind of fucking, like, it plants. This isn't anything like that. This is just a random guy talking about his game, you know? He's just having a conversation.
absolute disgrace that it is today is something that, frankly, I'd rather forget about entirely. And can you really blame me? However, even if I have no plans to ever return back to WoW, I feel as if I can't just simply ignore all of your kind words. So, I wanted to make something for you all as a thank you. Consider it a sort of one-off bowing out gift for all you WoW heads. Now, as I said, this isn't a creepypasta, but instead, a rabbit hole. I said that Stone Talon was WoW's darkest secret, but truth be told, there is actually a real darkest secret about World of Warcraft that I have never seen anyone else even talk about. In
What's
fact,
that?
it's been out in the open now for years, and yet seemingly passed everyone by. Perhaps it's not so much a dark secret, but a forgotten secret. I know, you're skeptical. So, without further ado, go into full screen mode and let me explain.
Okay, what the fuck? Alright, here we go again. Yeah, let's go. What the
let me
fuck?
check it out.
It's so hard for me to believe him. I'm gonna believe it. I really am. I'm gonna believe it, and because there are plenty of weird mysteries in WoW. I will. I actually will believe this. But as I said, isn't it great? This guy makes great videos, and, you know, used to watch the Asmongold guides back in the day. Because, you know, they were so good, and, like, I had videos about everything, you know? I mean, man,
the world
ain't that the truth?
As this time, it's real. Oh, and folks,
Oh yeah,
try
he's
not to
chilling.
tap out this time, will ya?
He doesn't give a fuck.
Alright, let's see it.
That's mad funny.
forward push.
He's like, I don't give a shit. You do your thing. I'm gonna do pigeon shit. I'm just gonna be a pigeon over here. Too late. I already watched it.
Holy shit. I feel like I'm just about to hear about the Illuminati. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, this is going to be about, it's going to have like a picture of like George Soros.
Shit,
and
I
it's
got
gonna be,
17
like, really, really
minutes.
dark like this or something, you know, with like ominous quotes. And then the next scene is going to be a scene of like 9/11.
And again, I can just pause
and
it.
it's going to be like, what are they hiding? And it's going to have a picture of like Obama, and he's going to have triangles for eyes, and the triangles are going to zoom in on the eyes, and it's the Illuminati. You know, like that, yeah, I mean, really. I had one. Okay.
9/11. The Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York were destroyed in a terrorist attack. Days later, President George Bush announces the beginning of the War on Terror with the aim of bringing those responsible to justice. During this time, President Bush's approval rating was around 90%, an unprecedented high in American politics. The people were angry and wanted revenge. 10 years later in 2011, President Barack Obama formally announces the death of the leader of Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden.
What the fuck? Yeah.
With the news of this announcement, the American people
Oh
and
my
their allies
God.
around the world celebrated. After 10 long years, it seemed that this war on terror was finally about to come to an end.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
But it didn't.
No, it
The
didn't.
modus operandi of American foreign policy had changed from merely eliminating potential terrorist threats into what became known as nation building, with the aim of transforming countries in the Middle East from being dictatorships into being democracies. Afghanistan, which went from being under the sole rule of the Taliban to now having its own elections, being a prime example of such a transformation.
Okay.
During this time, the American public's attitude to war deeply started to sour. In their
Yeah.
eyes, if it truly was mission accomplished,
Oh, bro, like, y'all don't remember this shit. Like, this was the biggest fucking meme. Oh my god, this was a fucking meme. Yep. Yeah, that didn't go too well.
then why was the government still spending trillions of taxpayer dollars fighting such overseas wars when their own people at home were struggling?
That's a good
10
question.
more years later in 2021, and the war on terror would ceremoniously come to a close.
Wow.
Yet perhaps not in the way that many thought it would. Within hours of the US military leaving Afghanistan, the Taliban had once again seized control within hours.
Oh my god. I remember whenever this shit happened, and like people were talking all the time about fucking this shit happened, and they said the plane was fake. They said it was a fake plane.
The failure of trying to forcefully change a nation's foundation so radically were now on full display
It was, yeah.
for the world to see. The war on terror was a tragedy for almost everyone involved.
Yeah,
With
it's a
thousands
waste
of
of
lives
money.
needlessly lost, trillions of dollars spent in vain, and an entire part of the world now destabilized beyond comprehension.
Yeah, it was bad.
For many of us who grew up during the 2000s and 2010s,
I did.
it somewhat goes without saying that such events have foreshadowed our entire lives. But a question you're probably asking yourselves is, what the hell does this have to do with World of Warcraft? Well,
That was one of the questions that I actually had. That was one of the things I was kind of wondering. I was kind of wondering the same thing.
well, a lot more than you might think, actually.
What?
1 month after 9/11, on October 26, 2001, President George Bush implemented what became colloquially known as the Patriot Act.
Yeah.
In its own words, this was an act to deter and punish terrorist acts in the United States and across the globe, and
Okay.
to enhance law enforcement investigatory tools.
Seems pretty good.
When the
All right.
Patriot Act was first passed,
Yeah.
most people didn't think anything of it. After all,
Well, of course it's good. They literally. I mean, it has Patriot in the name. How could it be bad? Yeah, I mean, aren't you a patriot? I mean, come on.
at the time, America had just been attacked, and in many people's eyes, if the government was going to do something about it, then that could only be a good thing. But the sudden combination of this blind trust, hunger for revenge, and sudden rise in patriotism created an almost perfect environment for opportunistic bureaucrats to expand their palette of power.
Next scene is going to be Dick Cheney.
And that's exactly what they did via the Patriot Act. The first half of the Patriot Act, to deter and punish terrorist acts, was obviously most effective and required. However, the second half, consisting of enhancing law enforcement investigatory tools, would turn out to be much more sinister than it was presented.
I love how, like, this was like, they passed this, like, 20 years ago, and cops still can't figure out if they're getting a fake phone call or not. Like, they still can't figure it out. Oh my god.
The US, UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand comprise the vast majority of the English-speaking Western world.
That would be true.
Being strongly culturally and economically interlinked, these nations tend to cooperate much more with one another than what would usually be the case.
That would make sense.
One of these means of cooperation is in the form of intelligence, whereby they form what is known as the Five Eyes.
Oh, that's what's on. I see. This is the dollar bill.
An intelligence alliance that behind the scenes works together with one another to achieve their mutual aims. As you may remember, back in 2013, a man known as Edward Snowden would quit his job in American intelligence and flee to Russia for asylum, whereby there he would reveal a bombshell beyond belief. Snowden disclosed an estimated 15,000 classified Australian intelligence files, 60,000 classified British intelligence files, and a staggering 1.7 million classified American intelligence
God
files.
damn!
And to say that these files were damning would be an understatement. The English-speaking Western nations, who so proudly proclaim themselves to be the so-called free world, had, behind the curtain, created a dystopian surveillance system that even rivaled that of China.
I love how, like, whenever people, like, mention this, yeah, what a fucking legend. Yeah, I mean, I was glad that he said this. I remember, like, whenever this came out, like, my mom was like, yep, that's right. That's what Alex has been saying for years, you know? I told you this shit was happening. You should have listened. Yeah, I knew it. That's what it was. Alex Jones, yeah. And it's like, oh, brother, yeah, brother, China does it. Well, we gotta do it too. We can't let China get ahead of us. We gotta survey our citizens too, man. Come on. It's his fault, yeah.
Now, I'd be here all day if I was to go into everything that such files revealed, such as the PRISM program, whereby, according to leaked slides, large American corporations, such as Microsoft
this might be the
and
worst
Apple,
part of the game.
seemingly agreed to become providers, whereby they'd hand intelligence agencies information about their customers, such as emails, chats, videos, photos, data, and much, much more. All such companies officially deny such involvement, even to this day, mind you, so I'll leave it up to you on who you want to believe.
Well, it doesn't really matter who am I going to believe? Am I going to believe the company of nerds, or am I going to believe that the company of nerds was pressured by a company of individuals with nuclear bombs to provide data and information? Which one could I ever possibly believe happened? I wonder.
But as stated, the sheer extent and vastness of the Snowden leaks are beyond belief, and with almost 2 million files out there in circulation, could span numerous hours worth of explanations on their own. However, out of all these 2 million documents, there was one that was well and truly unbelievable. It did get some media attention when it was found, but not much, and was, ultimately, forgotten about. I'm going to show you this document now. This is the first page of an 82-page document that's been colloquially nicknamed NSA Documents on Games and Virtual Worlds. As you can see, this document was given the security clearance of Top Secret, which means that for most of you, had you laid your eyes on this just a few years ago, you'd be spending a lot of time behind bars.
Yeah, they have there's information, there's a lot of levels of clearances in government. I remember we had basic clearance, and there's secret clearance and top secret clearance, and I'm sure there's other stuff above that I just don't know about. Yeah, it's very complicated. Is this okay to watch? No, it's not. Everybody's going to jail. You're all accomplices to a crime, and we're all going to jail together. It's going to be great.
For those who are unaware of what a top secret security clearance
I remember
contains,
you find
in the
him
United States,
upstairs.
the Department of Defense has 3 clearly distinct categories of security clearance. Confidential, which is applied to information which could cause some damage to national security.
And then secret.
Secret, which is applied to information which could cause serious damage to national security. And top secret, which is applied to information which could cause exceptionally grave damage to national security. Obtaining a top secret security clearance is incredibly difficult and can take many months just to obtain, with numerous background checks or situational qualifications required. Only an estimated 800,000 people, or 0.2% of the American population, is said to have had a top-secret security clearance. However, it should be noted that merely having obtained such a security clearance does not necessarily mean that said individual automatically has access to all the information within said clearance level, as such information is often still only provided on a strict need-to-know basis. Bottom line is that prior to the Snowden leak, hardly anyone but very high-level American NSA, British GCHQ, and other Five Eyes intelligence operatives would have ever laid their eyes on this document. This was never meant to be seen by the public.
Well, let's see it.
The first page reads, "Get in the game with target development for World of Warcraft online gaming." Although online gaming may seem like an innocuous form of entertainment, when the basic features and capabilities are examined, it could potentially become a target-rich communication network. Online gaming represents a technology that is rapidly growing in popularity worldwide.
Holy shit!
World of Warcraft, WoW, is one with an impressive following of gaming enthusiasts, with over 10 million users worldwide. The exact date when this document was made is unknown. However, it is believed to have been produced sometime between 2007 and 2008, aka the Burning Crusade expansion.
Yeah.
We know this not just from the comments throughout, but that it specifically mentions the 10 million subscriber mark, which was achieved around that time.
Yeah.
Quite the difference from today, where I'd be surprised if WoW even had 10,000 subscribers. But besides the point, you're probably wondering why American intelligence agencies are writing documents about World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I would wonder
Well,
that. Yeah.
after 9/11, it goes without saying that the American government and its subordinate intelligence agencies became most paranoid. During this time, online video games were still mostly considered to be a novelty for the youth. However, as people from the millennial...
Online games didn't really start to happen until like the 2010s. And like the technology was there before then, but people didn't have as many computers back then. It was like not everybody had a fucking, you know, this like nice like fucking computer that could run the quality stuff. It was hard to do. It's expensive.
The generation who had grown up with online games started to join such agencies. It seems that the revelation that video games could be used for potential criminal activity seemingly startled them, as they had not yet understood, or even thought, that video games could even be used for such nefarious means, leading them to investigate further. This slide shows that the NSA analyzed...
So I had a friend of mine, and like he did some like he did a little bit of wire fraud, right? He did a little bit of fraud. And anyway, he was in my guild, and so this guy got caught, and they put him in jail for a while, and they found out that like he was talking and making deals with the different things. Like it was a friend. It was a guy in my guild. Like we hung out all the time, but it was a guy in my guild. And the guy who mailed money, I didn't mail him money. That was somebody else. And so how many guild members have gone to jail? A lot. But anyway, so like the guy, he was actually talking with one of his friends in WoW and dealing with like what they were gonna do illegally in the game to like avoid having any sort of like detection for it. And the government finally found out about it. I think they put him in jail, but I don't know how long he was in jail. And in the article that they wrote about, it was a news article, they said that the quote from him was that he was glad that he was going to go to jail because then people wouldn't bother him. Straight up. Fucking straight up. Yeah. And so, I don't know what he's doing. I have no idea what he's doing now. I don't. I guess I can say his name is Sean Hogan. You can look it up. And, yeah, it was in WoW. It was a news story and everything. Was he the bald guy? Yes. Yes, he was the bald guy. He was in my guild. He was Weeshun. He was a druid in my guild. We hung out together like pretty much every night. Yeah. Fucking exactly. Yeah. And we played together and everything, man.
Numerous different
He told us how much money he made too. It was a lot. And like you have to think in mind, right? So like put this in perspective. So like I talked to this guy and I met this guy in like 2011, 2012, somewhere around there, right? And we were friends for like, you know, a couple years before they sent him to jail. And then I made the virtual exchange website literally like 6 months after I think he went to jail. Right? Because I'm like, damn, so this is a really good idea, huh? So you can get a lot of money on this? Okay. Yep, let's do it.
Game genres, from first-person shooters, educational games, simulations, mixed or alternate realities, MMOs, and strategy games, and gave them a traffic light grade based on how effective they would be in numerous key areas for criminals to take advantage of. As you can see, all genres had some flaws, except for the MMO, which was seemingly a perfect attack vector for criminal activity. Thus, WoW, being by far the most popular MMO of the time, would naturally become a place of interest.
Absolutely.
The NSA had three main fears when it came to video games and their potential: communication, propaganda, and recruitment. Throughout this, I'm going to tell you how the NSA plan to deal with such fears, and how you may have been affected by them. Starting with communication. Let's read. WoW may be providing SIGINT targets a way to hide in plain sight. Targets have been spotted receiving no reply emails from gaming providers, and GCHQ analysts have correlated known SIGINT targets to online gaming events. The new Mission Development Center at MHS, the Global Network Exploitation and the Applied Research Special Topics Organization at GCHQ, are working together to filter the FornSat survey environment for this traffic and extract various types of WoW metadata for SIGINT development and network knowledge enrichment.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that's quite a mouthful. Let's break it down. SIGINT means signals intelligence. Essentially, the art of intercepting signals and, if necessary, decrypting them to reveal their message. Whereas the United States has PRISM, here in the United Kingdom we have Echelon, which has been described as a global network of electronic spy stations that can eavesdrop on telephones, faxes, and computers.
I see. It's a fucking... I get it. Yep. There we go. Yeah, all right. It's one of those things. I got it.
It can even
In
track
darkness,
bank
how far
accounts.
along am I?
This information is stored in Echelon computers, which can keep millions of records on individuals. Officially, however, Echelon doesn't exist. Echelon's collection of satellite data is referred to internally as FornSat, which is an abbreviation for Foreign Satellite Collection. Essentially, it seems that sometime in 2007, GCHQ found that an unidentified person of interest, or a group of them, was playing World of Warcraft and actively infiltrated Blizzard's servers in order to sniff out such targets, as confirmed by the following paragraphs. Communication is at the core of online gaming, and in WoW there are many ways to communicate and interact in the virtual world. A player has a character ID and can join different groups. GCHQ recently asked MHS's new Mission Development Center to support an online gaming research effort focusing on WoW. Eager to assist in a new potential area of target development, the NMDC discussed metadata needs with GCHQ in order to enable WoW target and network research in the FornSat area. The NMDC engaged Snort, an open source packet sniffing software, which runs on all FornSat survey packet data to filter cut WoW packets. GCHQ provided several WoW protocol parsing scripts to process the traffic and produce Warcraft metadata. By fusing information from different systems, databases, and resources, GCHQ has correlated target entities to WoW login events, and continues to uncover potential SIGINT value by identifying accounts, characters, and guilds related to Islamic extremist groups, nuclear proliferation, and arms dealing. But, wait a minute.
Holy fucking shit! Well, the thing is, like, a lot of people would use, this is the thing, right?
No, I
is
shouldn't
like,
use-
a
that's
lot
good.
of people would use
That's a much better
different,
person
like,
using
video
it.
games and stuff like that to talk about things that were illegal, especially back in the day, because they didn't log any of their chats. Yeah, they didn't log their chats. Drug deals, yeah. And like, and then, so they had to have, like, there was a law about this, and it was like a big thing, man. Like, as I said, like, anything that has to do with any level of, like, fraud or scamming or something like that that would happen within, like, any of this time period I probably know about it. I probably know about it or know people that were involved in it. Like, let's be honest.
Islamic extremist
Are arms
groups,
dealing since personal?
nuclear
Yeah, true.
proliferation, and arms dealing in World of Warcraft? Surely this must be an over-paranoid exaggeration. Well, actually, maybe not. When people are asked to imagine where they think criminal activity takes place online, they will typically respond with the deep web.
Yeah.
A hidden series of servers that exist seemingly independently from the rest of the internet that can only be accessed using certain special software. For example, if we were to load up my super secure virtual machine on my super secure private operating system with my super secure private browser, we can see that someone here is trying to sell a weapon of mass destruction.
I think I know who that is.
Now, the criminal behind this might think that they're being smart by conducting such an illicit transaction in this way. After all, in their mind, the payment could be transferred and untraceable via cryptocurrency, and they would never get caught, as they're using the deep web's criminally hosted servers as to avoid identification.
They're starting to get people on this, by the way. Like, now they are, because the government, it's a cat and mouse thing, right? Of course, but yeah, they're starting to get people on this shit.
Reality, of course, is anything but. You see, by merely using the deep web in the first place, this gentleman has already placed a target on himself. As let's face it, nobody uses the deep web for anything other than criminal activity.
And that's what Bitcoin used to be. Bitcoin was 100% for buying drugs and buying firearms. That's it. So like, if you wanted to buy a gun without a license or without a registration, you would do it with Bitcoin, right? Silk Road. Yep, that's how you did it back in like 2009 to like, when did they shut it down? I don't even remember. It was like the late 2000s, like maybe was it 2011 or so whenever they shut that shit down? I'm trying to remember. Still used a lot for that. 2013? I thought it was a little bit later. I thought it was earlier, 2013. Holy shit. Okay, it was around longer than I thought.
Should an intelligence agency successfully manage to infiltrate a deep web server, which is something that happens all the time, then they will have access to numerous different signals intelligence that will lead back to a huge number of potential criminals. B. Yes, Mr. Hexagon. Infiltrate this server, please. At once, Mr. Hexagon. Server infiltrated. Wonderful. As we can see, this gentleman's IP address is now exposed, meaning that all intelligence agencies have to do is correlate customer information with said ISP, and he's in the bag. Mr. Hexagon, we have a problem. IP address is from a known VPN. Oh no! The target has shielded his IP address from identification via using a virtual private network.
Imagine that!
Who cares? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this production, then the chances are that you also watch a ton of videos online. Let me ask you a question.
True.
How many times have you seen a video that's been directly sponsored via VPN?
I've never have seen that before. Have we seen one of those before? Do VPN sponsor videos now? Because like it would be like, is a VPN in for video? Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Maybe this one's sponsored.
And it seems like...
What if this whole thing was just a very elaborate NordVPN sponsored video? At the very end, and like for the last 5 minutes, he just talks about NordVPN. That'd be good.
Ever since around 2017 and onwards, every content creator and their mom is being sponsored by them.
I couldn't imagine.
But how? I mean, VPNs aren't exactly a lucrative business. Where do these firms get all their money to splash in mere marketing alone? Well, admittedly, and this is just a thought of mine, but I strongly believe that a large number of VPN firms are either directly or indirectly ran by intelligence agencies.
So there's compliant, and this is my understanding, right, is that there are compliant and also non-compliant VPN services. And many of them will comply with the government for certain things to like get the information out of the government. Yeah. Like I don't remember, like the thing is, it's like nobody knows how IP works. Yeah, sure. And no log VPN, exactly. More VPNs lying whenever they have their stuff hacked. I don't know. It really depends. Like
Oh shit, he's
I'm
just a
not
normal
really sure.
dude.
Every VPN has
Well,
a
he's
website
dead.
that's, every VPN that has a website is compliant. I mean, it's not really a surprise, right? Again, it's the same thing as I said before. I mean, what are these companies going to tell the government no? It's the fucking government.
Why? Well, let's think about it. VPN technology makes it quite a bit more difficult for intelligence agencies to undergo SIGINT. However, the technology isn't ever going to go anywhere, and simply making its use illegal, shockingly, isn't going to deter criminals.
Really wish I
from
would have
using
saved my
it.
Bahamut.
So, by simply operating the VPNs from in the shadows, they can create a false illusion of security for such criminals, which can then be used against them. Again, just a thought of mine, but either way, the ultimate point here is that for online criminals, by trying to mask their activities via the use of technology such as the deep web
Oh, it's gonna hurt.
possibly VPNs, they inadvertently make themselves even more of a target. However, should such criminals do their business in a place whereby nobody would expect, such as a video game, then they simply blend in with the rest of the environment with no suspicion. Essentially, they are hips, hidden in plain sight. WoW certainly provides entertainment for a large number of people worldwide, but its gaming format can provide a virtual organizational platform.
Bro, I hate whenever the cops, they have like the unmarked vehicles, and it's like you still have the small hubcaps. There's still like a fucking computer in the car. Bro, like we know what's going on here. Like, I mean, this is not, I mean, come on. Like we kept the antennas on the car. Wow, I can't believe they figured it out. It's a Crown Victoria with the tiny little hubcaps. 3 fucking antennas coming out of it, and an exempt license plate. How could we possibly imagine what this unmarked car would be?
For potential SIGINT targets as
God.
well. Furthermore, this technology can assist the target and simultaneously assist the SIGINT community in tracking that target. The WoW gaming
That was overkill,
infrastructure
but
provides
whatever.
ample information for network development through the data passed through WoW messages, such as country and time zone information, local IP addresses, and realm server addresses. In terms of active target development, there are clear parallels. Traditional SIGINT development may follow emails, chats, and buddy lists, whereas WoW target development may follow character IDs and logins, gaming communication channels, and guilds. MHS and GCHQ will continue to develop and collaborate on this potentially
There could be somebody in my guild
lucrative venue.
that's a Fed. Holy shit.
A question I have to ask is, why is it that we now live in such a low-trust society that our intelligence agencies have actually become so paranoid that they went looking for Bin Laden in Nomragon? Wouldn't it instead be why...
That would probably be a mistake. Yeah, I would say that
I'm gonna
would
save
be
here
a big mistake. He
and end
probably
this
wasn't
stream.
there.
I'll probably stream
Yeah,
in a
I
couple
bet
hours.
they
Get
didn't
back on
find
after I work.
Yeah, Fedman Gold. Yeah, listen.
But gonna leave it right here for now.
I thought about
So if
it.
anyone's
I thought
on
about
later,
doing
talk to you
that,
guys then.
actually, but I decided not to.